Previously, in the Age of Ashes. Coming through Dreamgate, the heroes found themselves, well, in our lands. They're our lands now. You would step forth into a cavern. Not particularly large, but seemingly natural. You make your way out to the mouth of this cave and emerge onto a very bright and sunny cliffside. About a half mile away down that coastline is a relatively small little village. The rest of you would notice that the smoke curling up does not actually appear to be coming out of any chimneys or ovens, but from smoldering buildings. Decent portions of the city appear to be aflame.
Yeah, I just start scooping potatoes and carrots into my bag.
Cooked potatoes and carrots.
I'm a dwarf. The 5-minute rule.
So,
5-minute rule.
It's been like 2 hours.
They're long minutes.
Dwarven minutes.
Dwarven sundials are just massive.
Which is funny because they live underground.
Exactly.
You just look at the sundial.
That's why
Hasn't
5
moved
minutes
yet.
is
We
2
still got more
hours.
time.
It's just blank constantly. The whole sundial just has 5 o'clock right in the middle of it.
It's 5 o'clock
It's always
everywhere.
time for a drink.
This is why they're alcoholics.
I like how all of us proceeded to pick up our drinks and take
You
a sip.
incepted us.
Okie dokie. So, as we had left off in our adventures, it was really relatively shortly after coming through the far end of Dreamgate. We had emerged onto this cliffside on an unknown coast, somewhere, assumedly still on Galarian.
You never know.
I mean, these rings were gateways of the Elven Empire, so I mean, surely it's still on this planet. Are elves aliens?
Debatable.
Some of them.
It's debatable.
Elves aren't aliens.
Only the ones from
probably.
Keonan.
I know that gnomes are not technically from the material plane.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to gloss over the dynamics of the ancestral origins of Pathfinder races.
Don't get
But-
bleached, kids.
Here, we saw a town in the distance, a small fishing village, a little more than a half mile away. The flame made our way there and ran across these pirates, these raiders, slavers, whatever they were. Slavers, at the very least, seemed to be self-evident enough, as shortly upon reaching really view of the outside of the town proper, seeing into its streets, we saw a pack of men and women dragging another man in chains down through the street, deeper into this small hamlet. We still don't know where we are,
We're in a hamlet.
per se, but we were able to defeat some
Pig.
very angry-looking pig. They had a pretty upset boar, and rout and round them off. As this first group retreated deeper back into the smoldering wreckage of many of the village's buildings, Buddy here would catch sight of another group of a few what appeared to be either villagers, civilians of some kind, fleeing from the repair of these boars bearing down on them. The group of you were making your way towards the ship with the idea that had been moored on the dock, with the idea to stop them from fleeing or taking whatever captives they have away. Buddy, brave champion that he is, splits off to go run over and help those guys for 3 weeks. The rest of you... Turn it down just a little bit. The rest of you are left here in the outskirts of this village. As the slavers scattered, they left behind the man bound in chains with this mask, this muzzle almost, totally wrapped around the lower half of his face, locked in the back to the chains that run down to his feet and to the manacles at his wrists. Now that he's been abandoned, he turns his attention to the group of you, shuffling slowly forward as you can. He's got a kind of light brown, pretty long, fairly unkempt hair, and is reasonably well built. He's not particularly tall. He's a fairly stout man. As he shuffles towards you.
Oh. Is everything clear out there?
It does appear that they have run away. Perhaps we rescue men.
The wisest decision they've made today.
Now going ahead and skitter down.
Oh, he does appear to be rather entangled.
Well, let's go get him out of it then.
He's still some way down the road as you
Approaching him.
come across.
Yeah.
He's not he's hobbled. He's not going anywhere.
He's
Yeah.
not going anywhere. He's slowly still kind of shuffling towards you. It doesn't appear to be able to move his feet more than a few inches from each other as they're shackled together.
Hobbles, shackles, a mask. These slavers are right professionals, aren't they?
Oh.
Oh, and a muzzle on top of it all.
I'll go on ahead and start working on his muzzle.
I'll go ahead and start working on his wrists.
The pair of you work to undo his bonds here. The muzzle is simple enough. The lock is really just kind of a formality that keeps the thing in place. It's no more difficulty to get undone than a belt, really, for you at this point. The manacles, however, are a little trickier. But as the mask falls away, and as you're working to pick through his cuffs there. Oh, thank whatever gods have sent you.
It was Iomade.
Oh, thank Iomade then. Certainly not what I've prayed to before. Oh.
So, what exactly is happening? Obviously, slavers, but
The group of you are fierce warriors. I don't know not from whence you come, if even it is just heavens themselves, but so you have to stop them, please.
Oh, no worries about that. We'll put pay to them.
none of us are a particular fan of slavers. This will not be
Yes.
lit to be.
They arrived within the hour. No warning, no signal.
What do they want with your town?
Captors, as far as we can tell, but
Small town, easy to take.
Oh,
we have nothing of value. We are fishermen.
I think you're the thing of value, darling.
I think at this point we know that.
Would you happen to have a place that you could retreat to? Some place you could be safe in the short term until we get this boat taken care of.
I don't know. There are so many of them.
Well, we'll
They
ha-
came from the boats. They made their way to the center of town. I have seen them as I hid. A shame, my cowardice. I have seen them drag many of those from the town towards the smokehouse in the center. But that they seek to raise the whole village to the ground.
like-
These you ran off. They were discussing how best to start a fire that would catch large enough to incinerate everything left.
It makes sense. That's the way these people like to do things. Remove all evidence of their attack. Perhaps pirates
You
or
have
raiders.
to stop them.
Of course. We'll take care of it. Not to be worried about. To the smokehouse then. Could you point us in the direction?
Is that where the pigs came from?
I get the feeling they brought those.
You get his wrists on. The pigs, these horrible boars with squealing. They came from his ship. They let them loose first. Dropped their deck and a dozen of them ran rampant to the town.
That's a strategy I've never heard before.
Most of the bodies are from them.
As this is going on, I just walk up and you just see me with like a fillet of the boar we just killed, going, "Oh, what you guys talking about?"
Surely it's customary to cook it first, even among dwarven recipes.
Ah, it'll get some hair in your chest one way or another.
Get some trichinosis in your chest is what it'll do.
What?
I'll get a scroll of disease removal. Anyway, sir, what can we call you?
David Holden. As I said, I'm a fisherman. Most of us here are.
Ah, good
Not
to meet
much
you,
more of
David.
industry.
David, did they separate out the children?
I haven't seen much. I said I was hiding. I'm not a fighter. I've never held a sword in my life.
But now that you know that this place is clear, see if you can start gathering people and putting them up someplace where we can
Are
defend
you
them.
crazy? I'm not going. These boars are still stalking the streets.
Get to safety.
Then get to safety.
Keep your head down. We'll take care of it. Point us in the direction of the smokehouse.
They would point you more almost towards the center of the small hamlet. The line shields. There's a stone building in the middle. You can't miss it. You can almost hear them barking orders from here. The leader, Big man, eye patch. He's been up top shouting down to him. He made his way there early.
Ooh, I'm going to go turn him into an icicle.
He sounds like the leader of the bunch. If we can go ahead and take him out, we could send them into disarray. And it sounds like quite a bit of their people are in the streets.
But you have to. That isn't going to matter if they start the fire in the boathouse.
Perhaps.
Because they found the boat. There's a boathouse down not far from the pier. It has loads of old lumber in it. It's a mooring used for repairs for some of our
Yes.
shipping boats. That's where they wanted to start the fire. And there's the direction they ran.
Would be best knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Stop fire and disable boat.
And what is the direction of the boathouse then?
You can see the mast of their ship from here. It's not far left of that. You'll come on your way.
All right, let's move quickly then.
Seriously. Iomidai, Asmodeus, whoever they worship in it all, whatever it is. Thank you.
Asmodeus?
Thank you.
Really?
I thought that accent sounded familiar.
Oh, God. Okay, let's go.
Before we leave, I go up to the dude. I'm like, since you're gonna be running around, I give him my spare dagger. Keep you safe.
Oh, you're adorable, Marshal.
And
You
then
mean like your clan dagger? Or
not my clan dagger. I have an extra. I have an
Oh,
extra.
you have an extra dagger. I was like, just handing this dude your dwarven clan dagger?
No. I just have an extra dagger in my
He takes it
pouch.
and like kind of slides out of the sheath and looks at it. They're sharp enough to gut fish, that's for sure. If it needs to gut men, so be it. It doesn't look like since they released those monster boars, they've been killing folk so much as taking them, but I don't know what for, and I have any say in it, they won't be taking me again.
Well, if they do, at least you could give them a good jab before they take you. Show them no mercy.
Don't worry, if they get you in irons again, we'll get you out. They're not getting out of here.
Thank you.
All right, come on. Let's move.
And he would immediately from there turn back to a building almost immediately behind where he'd been. It looked like they had taken him prisoner and hauled him out of his own home not far away. As the group of you move to make your way down towards the pier, towards the ship, and towards the boathouse.
We are
And,
hustling.
Yeah, as you're moving, it's not a particularly large hamlet. It probably like 200 yards across total. As you even move down towards the pier, you can hear shouting from further inside the town. You can hear some voices calling back and forth to each other. They don't seem to share the same accent that David had, but they sound similar to the first group of slavers that you'd come up against. There's a couple notable gravelly dwarven voices still calling back and forth, but you can't make out much of what they're saying. One voice, however, does seem to carry over the rooftops a little clearer than the rest. And it sounds like it's a fairly husky man shouting down orders, pointing out buildings, even calling out locations of hiding places he might be seeing.
Would I hear a familiar dwarf voice? Because he is still marked for death. Would he have come this way?
Maybe a perception check if you're seeking.
Well, that's a 33.
As you're kind of listening for him as you go, you would actually hear what appears to be that same voice from deeper in the town. It appears he had split off. They hadn't so much scattered when they ran. Most of them had retreated back towards this boathouse and towards this ship. But he seems to have forked over near towards this smokehouse. They've been told you where the leader is. And you can hear a bit of an exchange going on over there, but through some of the crackling fire and the mayhem, you can't make out much of the actual words.
So follow the arson first and then go for the smokehouse, are you thinking?
I'm thinking we deal with this. Make quick stop at boat. Get rid of planks going up to boat. Make it harder for them to retreat.
I doubt the boat is left entirely unattended, but it's a start.
Would be good to get rid of all escape.
Excellent.
Disable boat. Prevent escape. Leave whoever is on boat on boat. Boat not going anywhere.
Certainly not.
So it wouldn't even take you much longer the duration of that conversation for you to hustle your way over towards the coastline, towards the shore. Were immediately apparent some 100 feet from the pier that leads out to the ship itself would be a pretty large, very square wooden building, which is probably one of the biggest ones in all the town. This large boathouse set out on the coast itself, extending on very old pilings out over the much gentler waves coming in. And it does not appear to be super on fire at the moment. It does but it does look very old, very wooden, and where it raises up out of the water, probably quite flammable. Of note, the outer doors nearest you here would be flung open. And for just simplicity's sake, I didn't bother with like actual dynamic lighting on this. But go ahead and arrange yourselves however you want as you move towards this door here.
So this is like a full-on boathouse. Like the other side opens up out into the water.
Yeah, the other side is like a large boating dock.
Okay.
So it,
Yeah,
It is
probably
large.
we can do it side by side.
If you give moment, I can go underwater and get flanking. Sneak up behind them.
We'll give you to the count of 30.
Yes, sounds good.
Do you want me to go invisible and surprise them?
Oh, I suspect that True Chic, between us busting in the front and True Chic coming from the water, it'd be a surprise enough.
And I literally want to like go underwater around to the front where the boats would come in and climb up onto what would be like this far pathway.
Okay. So as I will, because you can pretty clearly see the hull of the boathouse here, I'll zoom this out a bit just to show the entire thing. It is like it goes out into the water.
Yeah.
Like the outer door is a dock.
And I would want to like come up over here.
Okay, so you make your way down and around, and pretty easily. This door wouldn't like connect to the ground. It would actually, if you swim down underneath, it have plenty of space that you could easily just swim underneath it and make your way into the boathouse
Yeah,
yourself.
staying like
And,
well underwater.
Yeah, and you are sneaking here, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead and make me a stealth check.
I'll re-roll that 5 with a session re-roll. We're gonna roll the purple dice
Coin pile begins.
because I like the purple.
First
dice.
roll of the day.
Another 5. That's still a 24.
With a 24, as you swim around under the gate and into the area here, you would see what appears to be a clouded mass. The water is largely clear because the boathouse itself, of course, is blocking all of the real waves and surf from coming in. So even the silt and sand at the bottom inside here, it's carved down far enough to moor a decently sized little fishing vessel in here, and it's fairly calm. But over here in this corner, towards this where you wanted to go in this boathouse, you would notice that it's been stirred up, and the cloudiness doesn't actually look like dirt and silt so much as it looks like a darker liquid diffusing out through the water. Among that, you can see the lower half of one of the slavers who would just run off this direction, being feasted upon by a trio of massive amphibious lizards under the water.
Hey, cousins.
And while one of them is currently snapping up to grab something off of the pier kind of subtly, two of them down there ripping that apart are already turning around to face you as you swim in.
All right.
So I'm going to need some initiativos.
I guess would that still be stealth for initiative?
You still rolling stealth for initiative, yes. You were still sneaking.
May I sneak and also roll stealth for initiative?
If you were sneaking before this, if that's what you were doing.
Yeah,
before
that's
this,
what I was
then
doing.
Yeah.
Coming up to the door.
Yeah.
If you were sneaking out of the door, you do you.
Your call.
Sneak is better.
Okie dokie. So, we'll go ahead and start with Chic as the object of interest here.
35.
Pretty good. We'll be able to turn around with incredible alacrity.
Yep.
Marshall.
33.
Oh my God!
Lizards.
Look at y'all.
Pretty
I
spicy
rolled a
up here.
19.
How about you, Resume?
Lizards are aquatically adapted. I'm leaving.
26.
Okay. And Roshin?
28.
8. So we got a pretty good. I guess I gotta split this a little better because we're 9th level. Those aren't like the most spectacular rolls in the universe anymore.
Mine's pretty good.
Yours is pretty solid.
Yes.
These lads, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll all 3 of these because it's much more straightforward. We go left to right. Dude 1 is busy hauling up on the pier, not really paying attention,
Doing lizard things.
doing lizard things. With a 22, this one is a 32. It's gonna be right in the middle. And that's the one that seems to have whipped her out, who does not currently...
He's got like a chunk of something in his mouth.
Well, he's like, he can't get at it because the other one's ripping it. He's turned around and seen or felt you coming in. So, Chic, you are fortunately first.
Well, I would pretty readily notice that they've sensed me to some extent, and I think I'm going to get out of the water.
It's probably a good idea.
I'm just going to swim straight up and then climb out.
Okay.
Like
So-
onto the wall of the boathouse?
Yes.
Okay. So you're about 20 feet down right now. Do you have a swim speed?
No, but I have
Yes,
a very
ma'am.
good athletics check.
Yeah, we'll give you an athletics check. And while you are doing that, Kyrie JCB in the chats. Well, I got a hero point here for Resme. Deserves a hero point. We want more terrible points. See what happens when
Thank
you
you.
acknowledge this as we have to deal with it. So,
Thanks.
That's a
Thanks
27.
a lot.
so with a 27, yeah, you would. The water in here is relatively still. You'd pretty easily be able to, as I believe, 2 actions, climb up and get onto the door,
And then just
you
go
could
up.
Climb up from there. The boathouse is meant to hold fishing vessels, so it is decently large. The ceiling is about 20 feet above here. It's a pretty large chamber.
My whole idea here is get up out of the water. There are big lizards.
I knew I was forgetting tokens for something.
I think that they ate the slavers. Do not go near the water.
You yell across the entire boathouse towards you.
I'm just yelling, big lizards in the water. Be careful.
So we're just gonna use the hags and the nightmare because those are the tokens
Works
that
for
I
me.
currently have
I don't like them.
that are large because I have a bestiary box that has a single crew token, but I do not have 3 crew tokens. There you go.
There we go.
And then let me get this back to
Scale size.
more regular size, and we'll just move it around as we need. So Trishik is off in the distance doing off in the distance stuff.
Very clearly skittering up the wall. Like, nope, out of the water.
All right, Marshall.
Look how subtle he is.
So you would be able to see another one of the bodies, another 2 of them actually, strewn across this pier here. They look like they have been eviscerated and just ripped apart by some pretty massive weapons or fangs or something.
Okay.
And one of these lizards, the nearest, is just poking up out of the water, snapping at it.
And by snapping, it's like crocodile, like they're not small.
They don't look like they came with the slavers, do they?
No, they don't. All right, so well, I guess I can only move 25 feet, I believe. So I'm gonna just move as close as I possibly can because I can't really do anything at range.
You can get. It'd take you 3 to get all the way there, but you can get to the edge of this pier because it's got this internal pier that runs around
Okay.
inside the building
Yeah, I'll
basically
just-
to access the boats. You can get to there with 2 and still have 1 left, or you can use it there to go all the way up to them. But that
Because I wanna,
seem like the spooky times.
because I still need one action because I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna move closer to the point where I can see them and stuff, and then just pop out my elfish wine. Glug glug.
Taking a drink as he charges in here.
I don't know if is the building big enough for my giant form or
Building
not.
is
right?
absolutely big enough. It's
Okay.
a boat dock, so it's like
But-
the ceiling's 20 feet above.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna rage and go giant.
Okay, so we have to be.
Huge.
further
You can only
back,
do
this is
one
the
move
second action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do one move and then one,
To move your way in,
and then rah,
get real big, get real angry.
because I'm good at that apparently.
Alrighty. So
You are
I'm gonna,
natural.
gonna do some back and forth here. Lizard 2 is this one. Is going to very deftly swim his way over after Trishik as he moves away and swim up to the surface. And as it comes up more into view,
He's gonna move it back.
I'm gonna move it back anyway. So I'm
Fair.
all you could really see at first were these large, almost chameleon kind of shapes with long frills and long tails. But as it comes up after you close to the surface of water, you get a much better view of the thing. It looks almost like the twisted nightmare version of a chameleon. Each of its fingers are topped in nearly foot-long, incredibly curved, wicked talons. They look almost like a bird's. but they're almost bright, almost shimmering in the water. They have this ridged frill extending back from their forehead over some of their body, which their scales on their back give way to large, almost armadillo-like armored plates banding across. Their mouth is just an unimaginable maw of teeth that just seem to go in near random directions. Like, surely they can't even close their mouth all the way to eat things properly. But he is also going to make an athletics check as he comes out to claw onto the door here. And he's going to hold on with his front legs as he pulls himself just some way up out of the water after you. And then a tail is going to come whipping up. He's still half in the water, half out, 15 feet below you. But this tail, set with equally jagged, near random offset spikes, lashes up over the whole of his body, snapping in your direction.
So I have to ask,
Okay.
did I critically succeed at my athletics check to swim?
Yes, probably.
Because that would let me move up to 20 feet on my
I'm
first
not
swim check.
redoing a turn.
No, I'm just curious. I'm just curious for future reference.
Okay. We look those things up between for reference.
Yeah.
And that tail is going to lash up towards you for a 34.
All right, that hits. I'm not flat-footed.
You are not, no, because you got fancy climber, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to catch you for 15 points of piercing damage as these spikes kind of stab and rake across you. And then, hero point bucket coming out from the chat here. Marshall going to get a hero point from Silver Knight 252018 because Havoc and Destruction go crazy, do barbarian stuff.
I appreciate it.
I don't know if we moved Bryn's pile of hero points somewhere.
No.
Apparently. Unless she has them over there somewhere.
I'll just go
Not
ahead
that-
and put this right here.
Not that I know of, because I know I had one on my sheet before I moved it.
Lily Vic hero point for Buddy for his
Oh,
considerable
there it is.
contributions today.
Ah, back
Oh,
there.
you want to put that on the table back with her so she'll have an extra hero point when she comes back.
Okay.
She's gonna be so confused.
Roshin.
Why did my
Chat
pile
wants
grow?
the map up on.
Oh, and on that.
There you go.
Hey, Feeks.
He peeks.
I did not switch scenes like I was supposed to. I'm bad.
So Roshin's gonna be like, oh, they don't look like they're with the slavers. Then Marshall just runs in to fight them. And like, should we be fighting these? It seems like they're not slavers. Oh goodness, he's large.
But you'd also be able to see from where you are through the doorway pretty easily one of them as Chic scares up on the wall.
trying to eat
One of them clinging, lashing out with the tail.
All right, Roshin is just going to run into the room. Let's see how far I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one move action. And then a second move action will just get her up.
5. If you wanted to go, if you were going for max.
I'd like to actually get next to Marshall.
Oh, yep, you can do that too.
And I'll put my shield up.
All right, you
Protect my kneecap.
Run around as he goes in and gets big and just starts drinking the wine. You rush around in front of him with your shield. Oh no. Resme.
Resme will come in the room and be like, "Why are we fighting lizards?
Stop taking a swipe at us. Just do it.
Damn it!" And she'll cast out Except Libertad and try to cast telekinetic maneuver on one of the lizards to try to knock him into the water.
Okay. Well, they
There's
are
only one out
already
of the
in.
water.
All of them are already in the water.
Oh, they looked like they were on the dock.
Well, that's because that's what the token is. But they're all in the
they're
water.
all in the
None of them
water.
come up yet.
I thought the one over by me had started to climb
He's
up.
like half in, half out. Like his upper body is
Gotcha.
in the
Half and
water.
half.
Okay. In that case, I don't have anything against these lizards. I'm just gonna run up behind Marshall and hold.
Just
Like, I
doing
don't
this.
understand why we're fighting these lizards.
Well, they seem angry.
As you do this, I'm just like, whatever you do, Missy, don't look up under me kilt.
He is large.
Oh, they don't grow with you.
This lizard. This lizard up
Resme.
front, as he's snapping up towards the body on the pier, there's giant teeth just gnashing and tearing, even just reaching. Here's the creaking of the pier as this enormous dwarf just sizes up and settles in with everyone else coming around and sees a better idea. he is going to scramble up out of the water onto the pier himself here, right in front of Roshin. His maw wide opened and ready before he just lashes out with a big bite for 38.
38 is going to normal hit me.
Shields are cool.
Shields are cool.
Shields are so cool. Now, this thing's mouth is not only bigger than you entirely.
I'm getting Dalrin flashbacks in the crocodile, by the way.
Again, this thing's teeth are like almost comedically nonsensical. It is going to hit you for 14 points of piercing damage.
So she's gonna soak the shield in as the teeth come in and just kind of start scraping the edges to kind of just wedge the shield in there to keep it off her for the most part.
Does it do any damage to you still?
It still does
Yeah, I
a
don't
little
know
bit
what
of
your
damage.
hardness is. So, as you're able to hold it largely off, one of its teeth, several of its teeth actually, completely break and snap off around your shield, shattering out of its mouth and clattering across the wood like daggers around you. One of them left embedded in your shoulder from where one of its teeth had managed to land. And you are going to be bleeding pretty profusely from the wound that has a tooth sticking out of it.
Huh. Persistent bleed damage. 2 can play at that game, but not without my reaction. So I'll just
but
glare at it.
just be angry.
I'll just be angry about the thing.
As this tooth sets into you, not only is it pretty visibly, clearly bleeding a decent amount, it also is somewhat oddly fatiguing. It doesn't feel like poison necessarily. It doesn't feel like a real burn, but just something about its physiology or its saliva is just draining to you as well, and you are drained 1.
Oh boy.
Wow. These
Haven't
things are
gotten this one
nasty.
yet.
What does draining do?
It's not good. It's not fun.
It does your level to your health once. Each level of drained is like taking a hit of your level to your health, but it lowers your max.
Lizard 2
That's not nice.
is going to shoot through the water here and clamber up onto the pier behind Marshall and around Resme. They seem to be surprisingly proficient swimmers, given the fact that they're basically chameleons that don't appear to have any real means of aquatic propulsion, and yet
They got big
they
tails.
propel aquatically anyway. And he just uses his sheer size to be able to latch out with these big claws and pull himself up onto the pier behind you anyway. However, it does take all of his effort to do so. Chic.
Well, there's still room up. I'm going to keep going.
You would, you have a
15.
you have 15 times speed? Oh, I assumed you were all the way up there already.
No, I'd be 5 foot away from the...
Okay, so you can get up to the top,
Yeah,
but
so
it definitely looks like that tail could still reach all the way to the
I'm going to go up and then across 30 feet.
and start running up
well,
across the ceiling.
I guess if I'm 5 feet away from the roof, so that'd be 5, 10, and then... So 40 feet
You'd
across.
be able to get just barely to on the screen here
Yeah.
because you were out this far. You'd be able to make your way to the map. We've joined the battle. And that's one action.
No, that'd be all. 15, 30, 45, 5 feet up, 40 across.
Oh, 40 across, so 10 more than that. Fair enough, so you ended up here. Marshall.
Perhaps we should leave. These not be slavers.
Thank
This
you.
is a lizard.
Thank you.
Lizard. So this lizard is definitely close enough to me. I don't think that one's too far away for me to hit. So I'll probably I'll just turn around and smack that lizard. Like, oh, get away from the missy.
So you climb up behind it, give him some wax.
Give him some wax.
Oh, nice.
I rolled a 20.
Ooh.
That'll wax delivered.
Wax delivered. Oh, as I drop my other D12.
You did it again, by the way.
Wow.
You rolled a 20, and the next person's not close enough.
I know. I'm so mad about that.
X specialization's just.
So let's see.
might be
so
dead.
20 plus 16 is 36 times 2.
Ooh, 72,
72
damage.
I just cleaved this thing's head off.
That was your
You
first
do not.
action.
Big Red
you
drinks
swing,
deep.
and Big Red does bite into this thing's hide pretty hard, leaving a massive cleave through it. But as you strike it, it starts to writhe and flail, and this hit enrages this lizard as it flies into a frenzy of its own.
Oh, that's cute.
It's mad now.
That's cute. I'm going for it again.
Great. It's a limp lizard now.
-5, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh
That's
my
20
god.
again?
Yes.
I told you this lizard might be dead.
What is it?
What is happening?
What did you do?
I hate lizards. Lizards killed my family. They killed my family, but lizards killed. I'd say it was lizards.
14 plus 16. That is 30
Times 2.
times 2. So another 30 damage to it.
60.
Or 60.
Yeah,
Yep,
crit.
60. Yep. I can do math. I promise, kids.
So with this second strike, as you cleave it again, leaving 2 massive rends through this thing's scaly hide, still enraged, it does stumble and stagger and immediately start turning around to head back towards the water.
You
Oh
can
my
always
God, it's
roll a
brilliant.
third 20.
I instantly
I
regret
also
that
have the
decision.
ability no escape.
Well, it's not moving. At
Oh,
the
it's-
moment,
yeah, it
but
can't-
When it
It's not
does, you
its
can
turn.
chase
Oh, okay.
after it and
No,
dive
well,
into the
into the
ocean if you
water.
want.
You know what? Go big or go home, right, kids?
You can roll a
Do
third
it!
20.
I mean,
Do
if
it.
you just keep rolling 20s, it just keeps working.
I'm going to spend a reroll on that one.
Seriously? A
Seriously?
third attack?
He wants the third
he
20.
wants the third 20.
He does.
You know what?
Pretty
He wants
sure a
it.
6 will not do it.
You gotta roll the red one.
No. This is giving him two 20s so far. Don't tell him how to do.
It's a curse.
20s, yeah.
Slightly better, but not.
Oh, that looks like a 20 to me. Where,
So let's see,
Minus
and it's
10 on the
minus
first
10 because it's a third strike. So that's going to be I can math, right? Okay, so that's just 7 and 8. That's not going to hit. That's going to be like
15.
15. Yeah, 15 is absolutely just going to whiff completely as this thing scrambles to get off the dock.
As I come up with the third strike, I just kind of look at Resme and be like, "I got you, Missy. Don't worry." Wink,
Oh my.
flexing.
So this lizard in the back, as it sees you run up and across the ceiling, it's going to attempt to clamber up after you, embedding its claws in the door. But as it tries to get more of its bulk out of the water, more than like half of it, it just scrapes in its own weight, kind of pulls it down, as it ends up just clawing and rending the left side of this large bay door out there.
It's like giant dingus trying to go reach something that's too high for it.
You dumb
How
idiot.
many days is
Putting
this
the rat
dingus
nose in the
episode?
air, just
Before he drops back down into the water and swims over after you.
it just doesn't come back.
I mean, seriously.
It's got his mouth open.
Almost breaching, just up out of the water, lashing a tail like 10 feet below you that doesn't even come close to actually striking you.
I thought we had something.
Thought I had lunch. More of it. Roshin.
Good. That one wants to leave us alone. All we have to do is convince these or just leave ourselves, and I think we'll be good. So Roshin's gonna step up right next to this thing. And she's gonna raise her shield. And she's going to strike out with her sword.
Bonk.
So that's only a 4 on the die. I will give you a coin for that
I
one.
like money.
We all do, Squid.
Hey, that's a little better. So that's gonna be a 30.
30 will definitely hit it.
Brilliant. Alrighty.
This is where he says the 30 misses, and we're like, oh boy.
I have misread the situation and I apologize.
So that's 16 slashing damage, and it's got a d6 of persistent bleed.
16? That's all? He did 132.
I'm not a striker anymore. I'm just not. I know. I just feel so inadequate.
You gotta bump those numbers up.
I mean, I can turn on
Pump
baby
those
rage.
numbers up, man. Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. You gotta bump them up, man.
Her name is Roshin, not X.
All right, so
And I'm still bleeding.
Oh.
he will commence bleeding as well. Now we're new bleeding friends, but you with this fang sticking out, you're gonna take 2 points of damage from that bleed.
Ow.
It's just 2 points.
Yeah, the drain is really the
That-
more
yeah.
affecting thing. And then resume.
Resme, thinking that this fight needs to be over because we just shouldn't be here, is gonna use mobility to leave in case this thing has attack of opportunity.
So mobility lets you move.
It
down.
have-
Move half speed,
yeah.
but I don't provoke.
So how far can you move?
15 feet.
Do you have 30-foot movement?
I was about to say, I thought she
I have
does.
25.
25 makes it 10.
10
it'd be
feet.
10, so you double step. So you can take 10 and then 10. 2 moves will get you out of the boathouse to the doorway with mobility.
And then I'm just gonna kind of step that way, like
Around the
straight
corner.
ahead, like around the corner, like out of sight. Yes,
Okay,
perfect.
just kind of around the door frame here.
The good thing about mobility, it's not an action, it just modifies your
It
movement.
just happens. So you carefully pick your way out, and as you do, as you make your way, I mean, the only lizard in front of you is desperately trying to flee into the ocean. But the one in front of Roshin here is less deterred at the moment, and even with your shield up, it's going to open its maw wide again, just trying to get these teeth through really just brute force more than anything around your shield with its bulk. For a 27.
27, Roshin's onto it this time. She's going to throw the sword in one side and the shield on the other and just kind of mash A and keep it.
Look at a quick time event.
Press A!
Get away.
Back in my day.
He's gonna double down, trying to crush through there with a second bite attempt for 28.
28, the thing's going to come in and Roshin's ready for it. She's just going to swing the shield up and just slam its jaw closed.
This is your A mashing. It's just,
Yeah, it's the same bite. It's just the same bite. We're just...
let's just smack its jaw away as it fails
Your-
to really
your thumb
get a
got
good
tired.
hold on you again. It's gonna just reach out, swiping, like almost slapping down with one of these clawed talons for a 26.
Yeah, it's just too off balance, and it doesn't come near her.
The other one does not want to play this game anymore. This is not worth a meal, and he is going to just jump into the water here. Which, if you wish to also jump into the water with your no escape,
Yeah, lizard.
he jumps in the water too.
Are you serious?
A big splash followed by a second giant splash, and Martha follows the lizard into the water before it is.
Did that just happen?
The only sane person has left the building.
Before it swims its way all the way out.
Am I big enough to just crawl
underneath
across
the
the
door.
bottom?
It'd probably have to be like 30 or 40
Yeah,
feet deep.
not quite, because
okay.
it's got a more boats. It doesn't more large boats. So
Okay.
you could like stand, but the water would be like just over your head. It probably is about like 12 feet or so deep.
That's fine, because I just figured I could just walk across and just go axe, just coming out of the water.
You're Chic.
We're gonna keep going across. It's time to leave. Door is open. Let's go. And I'm just going to move across, drop down, and leave. Obviously, I got to drop down and leave on my next turn because the. Or no, I could drop down.
Yeah, with three actions, you could absolutely. Now you are dropping 20 feet.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure even with catfall, you're still gonna.
No.
What is catfall?
25 feet.
Catfall 25 feet is the cutoff for that. You can just fall 25 feet.
It's 50 feet when I have acrobatics as a master. And when I am legendary, it is I don't take fall damage.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Okay, so yeah, you just drop on the ground and you're out. So you can get out.
Eagle
around-
scream.
You can get out to the door with Resme. So Marshall in the water, where you can do that thing where it's just too much. And you kind of like bounce on your toes.
Let me get you.
Marshall, there's lots of slavers that could use that axe of yours.
So you don't have to swim, but it would be like difficult terrain
Like
to you.
like move half speed, I guess.
Yeah, half. Although you do see this one that was snapping up at your Chic not far in front of you, which is now turned to all of this splashing and taking its attention your direction.
I look at it. I look at him. He looks at me. I look at him. He looks at me. And then my axe says hi.
Well, you got to move.
am I not?
You gotta splash over to
Move
him.
a little
You
closer
can't
to
step
him.
because it's difficult terrain, so you'd have to spend a move action.
That's fine. I mean,
Not that
I
it
guess
makes
I'll
a
just
big
have
difference,
to,
but
And as you kind of bounce over to him, his tail whips through the water as easily as it would air, striking out at you. These tails are very long.
Oh, it has a.
It's a very long attack.
Ah, your mobility was wisely
Mobility
spent.
Absolutely was wisely spent. They have a
Okay.
very long attack of opportunity. It'll be a 26 to hit you.
Yeah, it just
I'm
barely
pretty-
hits me.
Pretty sure Giant Raging Barbarian probably eats a 26, yeah.
Because my AC is 25 in giant form, apparently.
Only 25?
Yeah, well, I
Or
might
it
as
only
well.
goes down to 25?
Yeah, well, my natural AC is 27, but then it goes down by
'cause it's
2.
down by 1, raging down by 1 for being huge. Fair
Yep.
enough.
Yep.
This tail is going to catch you for 15 points of piercing damage as these spikes connect, but then you still have your other 2 actions.
Yep.
How many 20s can one man roll? Do.
Well, you're about to find out.
There's a lot of penalties.
Am I close enough to hit him? Yes, I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You did not move like a square.
You just, it's like a scene from a bad, like, you know, horror movie from, like, Deep Blue Sea or something. You just see his axe just slowly glide out the water.
Well, you're both like at the surface, so you can pull it out and then just slap him with it.
Just in slow motion.
It's very Pacific Rim, actually.
It's like a shark fin coming up out of the water.
Is that actually a 20?
No, it's not. I am spending that.
I mean, it might hit. I don't know.
How many you got? Is that your only one? Or did you have 2?
He has 1 left.
I have
Okay,
one left,
'cause I had
and I
two.
just rolled into something much worse.
Oof.
So it's definitely not going to hit now.
So yeah, that first swings.
It is a
Catch
fail.
anything there. You got 1 more action left.
Well, even if it's a -5, that's still better than nothing. So, you know what? Let's not use that one. We'll go back to the pink one.
I don't know why you switched. You rolled 2 20s in a row on the pink one. What are you doing, man? Why would you switch dice?
I figured, I'm like, maybe I exhausted that one.
Don't do it.
Eh,
You disappointed it.
18, yeah, that's not going to hit.
Yeah, 18. As you
It's really
splash
hard to
through
use
the
a big axe in the water.
Splash through the water here, kind of getting knocked off balance a bit by that strike. You are
Yep. I'm
you're
doing
just swinging through the
Yep.
water.
I did
And,
nothing. I scared one, though.
It is very Pacific Rim at the moment because this thing is also very much in range to just bite right back. So like Marshall and this thing are brawling in 12 feet of water here. Both of them. I mean, the lizard, while long, is not nearly as tall, but it's much more adept at swimming. And it is going to surge up through these axe strikes to try to get its jaws around you. You are gigantic. It's also pretty big, though.
It'll still, like, get
And-
my shoulder or something.
22.
22, it missed. As he tries to climb down, I just hold it off and just shove it off.
I would
That's
imagine
good.
they don't hunt things their size typically.
Not regularly, no. They eat freelo, and this is much more effort than they usually put
It's not
into
all
it.
you got, bestie.
How about 30?
That will hit.
Not, in fact, all that he has. And as he manages to get a bite in there on the second attempt, you are going to take,
That one went on a trip.
going on an adventure, 16 points of piercing damage. And again, as it bites across the handle of your axe and bites across you, several of these teeth just fall out so easily. One of them embedding itself left within you. Just like what had happened to Roshin, and you kind of feel this deadening of sensation,
Ugh,
almost
that's
as
bad.
fatigue, and you are also bleeding and drained 1. So drained 1 means your health and your max health are going to go down by 9.
That's not nice. Okay.
But Roshin,
So Roshin is going to, and give me a minute because I miscalculated that. All right. So Roshin's not feeling too great at the moment, but I see that half our people have gotten out, so that's a good thing. But before she goes, she just doesn't like this thing. So red ribbons of light are going to surround her hand. Grimeful shock! And she'll reach out, and out of the face of the lizard, red lines of light are going to blast outward and collect in her hand. That's a vampiric touch, and it's going to have a fortitude save.
okay,
Oh, so that's what it looks like.
that's what purified horror looks like.
Yeah.
It looks like a cross between alien and an alligator.
It's no fun.
We're the protagonists. Don't mind us.
We are
So,
good guys.
It gets a fortitude save.
It gets a fortitude
Because we
save.
learned we did do that kind of wrong. Because it's just hidden up in the pretext. And that is going to be a 37.
37?
37.
God
Wow.
dang. All right. Well, I'm not going to roll some dice then. It just doesn't give a crap, actually.
That's a critical success?
That's a critical success,
It
yeah.
is a giant tank lizard.
Yep, I see that now.
As you attempt, even your magic seems to be almost completely incapable of drawing energy out from this thing. But as you manifest your spell, it's absolutely going to take the opportunity to blindside you with the tail
I really should have raised the shield first.
for a 38.
Okay. Damn it. I really should have raised the shield first. That's a critical.
And yeah, as that maybe perhaps the strike is really what threw you off there more than the fortitude of the lizard. Almost impossible to tell. But
Because it would have disrupted the action.
we actually found only move actions.
Huh?
It only disrupts moves. If
Oh.
the trigger was, it triggers off of
Oh, I forgot.
Manipulates.
manipulates, but it does not disrupt them.
Oh, that's
That
interesting.
was another thing that I learned thanks to a YouTube commenter. I've actually learned a lot of there's a lot of rules. Still a new edition, even a year later. We're still learning things. This is the tail, right? Never mind. We could
Perhaps,
roll- we could bite dice.
Resme, perhaps they did not hear me when I said it's time to leave.
Well, I have some cookies here. Are you hungry?
And this is gonna bury into you for 38 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
All right. I'll spend a reaction. I'll cast Blood Vendetta.
Is he already bleeding? Or does that make him bleed more bleedier?
He's bleeding for a
He's
D6.
bleeding for a D6 right now. This will make him bleed more bleedier.
Okay, fair enough.
And this is a level
the
4,
bleediness.
so he has 46 persistent bleed now.
Okay, well he's bleeding a lot. Oh, that's on his turn, but unless he takes damage immediately too.
Is it the end of his turn yet? Oh no, he
That
used
was a
his reaction
reaction.
to hit.
That was his reaction to you.
I love the like,
Reaction,
the,
reaction,
the
reaction.
stack. Like, wait, it's my turn. Oh, it is my turn, right?
It's on the stack.
I actually have one. One action left.
You do.
Yes.
So I was going to raise my shield and stay there to not provoke, but since I was an idiot and provoked anyway, I'm just going to retreat.
Well, you can't do it again now.
So I'll just fall back toward the door, 20 feet.
Alrighty. I'm putting some amount of distance between the group of you. That'll bring us to Arisme.
Resme, seeing that, will poke her head in the door. Are they coming out?
You would see.
Oh, bleeding's done.
Bleeding is
Oh, I forgot to do that myself.
That's all right. Sorry.
Oh wait.
No, that didn't get applied until after your turn. You're good. You haven't bled yet.
Oh, okay.
You take 2 more points bleeding damage
Okay.
as it ends.
Oh,
you
as a
would-
right now.
What? No, him.
No.
Oh, him.
You would see Roshin running across the pier towards the door, probably very, very swiftly. And this lizard definitely looks like after it took the slap, it is moving to follow. There's like mouth open, running forward.
Resme will quickly react and Flamme, and throw a one-action produce flame at the thing to give it something to think about.
Give it a little necklace blaster.
You did use that last session.
Oh, yeah, use that on the last pack.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
At the end
Right.
when we
You
were
did
fighting the
flip it.
rogues.
You are totally right. In that case, I'm going to use telekinetic projectile because there's always bullets.
Use its own teeth.
Thwack.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
you
keep.
throw its own teeth
I'm
at
going to throw its own teeth
Maybe
at
it'll
it.
get drained.
Stupid lizard.
Stupid lizard.
It's hard to keep track of once per day things in situations like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where
well-
it's a day that's a couple of seconds.
Yeah, stupid, Jan. That's going to be a 34.
34 is absolutely going to hit it.
Okay.
Does not critically hit.
Plink.
Plink. Thank you.
Clink.
Okay. 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's going to be 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
That's a meaty tooth.
And as it's taking a hit from Roshin, and then yeah, this thing gets the tooth for bludgeoning, a tooth gets thrown at it sideways, just whap.
Like we hear that thwack.
Yeah, it kind of bounces off the thing's head. But this one looks almost utterly unharmed. Like it's bleeding from
Something.
no, yeah, just because it is.
The holes where the teeth
I was
fell
gonna say,
out.
imagine like out of its like mouth and face. but,
I'd imagine the way it works is that it actually mirrors the wound that Roshin takes. So if she gets an injury on her shoulder, then the enemy's shoulder just opens and starts
just
bleeding.
opens and starts bleeding. Yeah, I like that. We'll take that.
Marshall, you just ate. You shouldn't go swimming. Come on out.
Gotta pull, Marshall. You have one action left.
I'm going to duck back. I don't want any more of this. I'm good.
So this other one that's managed to get away under the door, he is gone. He is going to swim out into the open water.
Is that the one that I?
Yes, he has been bullied enough.
Yep.
He is no longer interested in this food. This food is way too much effort.
I am now the predator, not
He's
the
gonna
food.
load up Uber Eats or something. But this other one on the pier, again, mouth agape, is just going to trample after Roshin here. As it has had a taste, and he is a hungry boy. And even through all the armor, he can taste delicious, nuggety morsel flesh in the middle. It's going to come biting you for a 29.
29 is gonna hit me.
Sad.
Gotta get my shield up, and I just can't do it.
And this one's going to land particularly hard for 25 points
Oof.
of piercing damage.
Oof.
As more of these teeth just continue to snap and fly away. As you still seem to be managing to escape, it swipes out with a claw, reaching to attempt to like hook more into you than to do damage to hold you in place. And this is going to be a 26 against your Fortitude DC.
Okay.
Quick question: is this the same one that I was attacking? That's going after?
No.
No.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
not
it's against my Fortitude
It's your
DC.
Fortitude DC.
Oh, okay, no,
Yeah.
and it's a 26 versus the Fortitude DC. It will grab me.
And as you try to run for the hills there, he is going to hook a little claw through some part of your armor and pull you back.
Jeez.
Chic.
Why could we not just leave?
I'm working on it.
All right. I'm going to.
Oh, and he's the one that's bleeding 46.
He is bleeding 46.
Which continues.
It's 12 and 5, 17 bleed damage.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Stacking them up.
I'm going to run up to behind Roshin and
And,
Oh,
attempt
don't come back in here.
As you
reactionary dodge or whatever the thing is.
Movement.
Plus
Nimble dodge?
nimble dodge
Okay.
to my.
yeah. As
AC.
you move in, even as he's bit onto her and got a claw through her, the tail just whips around over his head, so you get that plus
Yeah.
2 to your AC. You're coming in for 33.
Doesn't crit, so
Okay.
not that it would have crit anyways, but
Better be safe. Tail gonna catch you for 19 points of piercing.
and I'm going to attempt to break Roshin out.
Okay. I'll let you
You have
use
just
your,
claws.
your own attempt.
Yeah. So I can do unarmed attack or athletics.
If you're trying to get her out, I would say yeah, unarmed or athletics. I wouldn't let you use acrobatics to get somebody else
Yeah.
out, but you can use the other two methods of escape.
Okay.
Loopy.
I can't read what it says.
It's just like don't try to get people out. Just leave.
Nobody
Just
even
leave.
cares.
Do I get the bonus in my hand wrappings for an unarmed?
Yeah. If it has the grapple trait.
It's just hand wraps.
Yeah, but you have claws, right? Instead of
That's
of
right, you
hands.
do have-
I have both.
Oh, then yeah, sure. You
Yeah,
you
I
get it.
can just
hands.
punch.
I'm pretty sure have the grapple
Yeah,
trait. So
I can punch, slash, or pierce.
Oh, no, I don't think they do actually. I was thinking of Zerg from Extinction Curse because his monkey fists have grapple. I don't think regular fists do. So yeah, you don't get the hand grab.
Well, then that is.
But we'll figure if a one matters. We'll,
Yeah,
we'll
if
figure out
a
when we
one
cross that
matters,
when
but
we
it's
get
a
there.
17 either way. So 29.
That's not bad.
29 will manage to pull Roshin away.
And then I'm leaving. He's
Dumb.
yeah. And I would run around the corner to the full extent of my movement.
So Chic runs in, manages to wrench the wrenching free of the claw, and just scampers away.
It's time to leave.
Marshall.
Fine, I guess. I guess I'll stumble out of the water.
So if you're gonna move your way up over towards the water, his tail is gonna lash up at you again here as you attempt to run away from the fun times.
This one's tail, right?
Yes,
Okay.
because the top one doesn't have doesn't have his reaction anymore. But the one you've been engaging with is gonna give you a slap for a 38.
I'm pretty sure that it's 10 more that crits, right?
10
Yeah.
more crits. Yep.
Yep, that crits.
So as that manages to catch you real good as you're turning away, trying to keep your footing in the water, that is going to hit you for 42 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And then one action to get over here. You'll take one action to mantle the edge. It came up. We're doing it.
Mantling.
An edge is being mantled
Oh my god.
as you pull yourself up here.
Oh, okay.
That's what you wanted. You were coming out of the water.
Yeah. I was just saying I think I have a thing for that, but
Do you have rapid mantle? It is a skill feat that exists.
There's no way someone actually has rapid mantle when
No, I
mantle
don't.
is
No, I do
coming
not.
up.
I was
like,
saying,
there's
most
no way.
people don't
The
think that.
universe is not aligned.
Most people read that and go, "Pfft, when am I going to need this?
And then, yeah, with your third act, with your three actions, you would be able to get out of the door. You'd be able to get out of the doorway and out away from this fight here. If that's what you're going
yeah.
for. Or,
I mean, they're telling me to leave. I'm like, fine, I might as well.
Okay.
Everyone else is leaving, so I guess I will too.
No retreats. This lizard is kind of upset he doesn't have a friend anymore. And he's gonna swim his way over towards the edge here. Pull himself up to Roshin and just strike up, swinging its tail side to side, almost just lashing it across you. For a 25.
25 actually is just gonna smash into her side, but strike sparks off of her breastplate.
Is it like a dog that knows it's not supposed to be on the bed right now? Like just kind of like peeking up over the edge.
Pretty much what it's doing right now. Yeah, it's up on the edge of the pier.
And its tail's just whack, 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 whack.
Mouth still open. Roshin!
It sounds like my dog at home.
I'm sure would love to have a turn right now.
I'm right in range of it for its reaction.
Shield up first.
What did we learn?
What did we learn?
All right, so
Squawk.
yeah, I'm gonna have
I
to.
forgot to roll for mine.
I'm gonna have to shield up, and I hope it doesn't critical me.
Nope.
So yeah, shield up and just run. I have to get out of here. 3, 4. Go ahead and whap at me.
Yeah, and as you do, of course, it's going to lash that tail back across you once
Didn't
more.
it already use its reaction on?
The
Literally
one in front of
just
me
on its
did.
Turn for a 26.
26. Roshin's gonna duck and cover, and it's gonna
It's
glance
kinda
off
edge
that
up here.
shield.
He can just barely get the tip of his tail up here swinging at you.
And I'm gonna make it into the corner. One more action will be enough to get me out, and I'm gonna slam that door with my third, and just lean against it.
You didn't raise your shield. Raise, move.
I did raise my shield. Okay, yeah, no, I just need to get out then, and I'm not stopping there in that case.
Nope. See you. Bye.
I'll actually just kind of move out into the street a bit,
Okay.
get some distance.
Move out kind of around the edge of the pier.
Yeah,
Here.
because Roshin is actually really beat up.
Yeah, you have played the not fun game with a lot of these little lizards. I'm gonna go some slight shifting here. Resume.
Resume is going to slam those doors shut.
And as it's a big set of double doors here, it's gonna take pretty much your full turn to slam one, move over, and get them both shut here. But you would be able to seal the thing.
That's fine.
Hurt are you, lizard? He's hurt enough. He doesn't care that much. He doesn't care quite enough to chase you at across land. He wants to go do aquatic lizard stuff. He's not really that interested.
I won't roll.
He's
the
also
bleed on
bleeding
him.
a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Did you want me to roll it?
of course I want you to roll it. He's not bleeding anymore, but good thing a natural 20 is there. And
That's
hitting
true.
anybody.
That's 20 more points of bleed, though.
Yeah, he definitely is not that interested in this food. So he is going to depart as well.
Biting you actively hurt him.
Chic?
I'm leaving. There's a boat to deal with.
And the boat is, like I said, about 100 feet. What would be to the east here? 100 feet more further. That pier, that quay's not terribly far away.
If you want to get on with your sabotage, I think I need a bit of a minute.
Oh, you both don't look very well.
I was about to say I'm pretty bloody.
Marshall and Rush should have taken some serious.
Just rip that tooth out of her shoulder and throw it away.
I just flex and like the teeth just fall out of my pecs.
Make me a medicine check, both of you.
Bleeding check, right?
No, just a medicine check.
Oh, medicine. Do I have? Oh, a 1. That's awesome.
I got 13.
You critically fail.
I'm gonna spend that.
0 points to 0 points.
I did it. I improvement by 1 still counts, but it's still only an 11.
Also critically fails. So as you both wrench these teeth out of yourselves, it is going to. They're pretty jagged and well set in, and it's going to do more damage coming out than it did going in, even though they don't appear to really be barbed or serrated in any way.
They're
Okay.
slightly jagged. Oh, boy.
You are going to take 12 points of slashing damage, and your bleeding is much more severe now. Marshall, you are going to take 17 points of slashing damage, and your bleeding is also going to be much more severe as you yank those free.
Oh, you really shouldn't have done that. Oh,
Now,
boy.
you are no longer drained. That immediately ends the drained condition of both of you.
But we're still bleeding.
But you're
You
still bleeding
should
very
really
badly.
tell me how pretty I am.
Oh, Lassie, I could kiss you if I could.
Yes, and you're also very lovely and very kind and
Lovely.
oh, goodness gracious.
48, 46.
4d8.
Yep.
Okay.
This is 19,
And
and I've got some heals as well.
I will also, don't use them yet. Let me see. She will start taking out things out of her bag.
As you're pulling stuff out after this, this starts for both of them. Roshin, you're gonna bleed for 10.
My bleed is over. Did I get
did you
blood
get-
again?
Yeah, no, he
Full?
he
Oh,
he
you're
got rid
bleeding.
of
No,
it.
my bleed actually ended.
You used the tooth out. You are bleeding again.
Oh yeah, okay, that's my question.
Oh, can I
You'll
stop
take-
the bleeding?
You'll take 10 more damage.
10 points of bleed?
10 points of bleed.
Oh my god.
Marshall is going to take 6. And,
In that case, perhaps I should spend my actions trying to
as you guys
staunch my
try to
bleeding.
staunch- well, that would be like as you rip it out at the end of that, you would take that.
Yeah,
As you,
I mean,
as you
oh
try to tend to
God.
that, you hear a massive slam against this wooden door as the entirely uninjured lizard inside doesn't understand why everyone else is leaving.
I rolled an 18 for the bleed to end.
And that will end. It can end normally now.
It cannot
It
end.
can end normally. It actually couldn't lay the tooth in you before.
Okay.
And you can roll me a d20 as well, Marshall.
Okay.
Oh, so while I had the tooth in me, I
Nope.
could not have. My D20
You know what?
would
This
not
one's
have
going
stopped
Not
it.
matter. It could not have ended.
Oh, that's interesting.
This guy is going to jail.
So give me you hear this thudding against the door as this lizard is slamming into it, but you have literally the entire party pretty much on the backside of it, trying to hold this shut.
Plus, I'm still huge and,
And
strong.
you're gigantic.
Yeah.
You have gigantic.
I'm like using like my forearm to hold this thing to
Giant
cover the
dwarf.
entire door.
But it's not particularly sturdy. It is kind of just a simple wooden door, even though it's
Yeah.
a double door. It doesn't seem like it would take too long for this thing to beat or even just rip its way entirely through.
Nick takes 65 points of health back.
Oh my god, you're dumping the entire stash on me or something?
Yep.
You just pull out a ton of tinctures and just pour them all over his shin.
Roshin, you now
Essential oils!
you smell amazing.
All I can smell is lavender. The world is lavender.
It's better than patchouli.
So that door looks like this lizard might just smash it down.
And as you're looking at it, you would see splinters shoot out of it as two claws pierce through and kind of try to...
Krasach.
We can just walk away.
Yeah, I'm with that.
It's gonna break through the door in
Yes.
literally like 10 seconds and chase us.
Yeah, so if we are 10 seconds inland, lizard go back to water.
For one second.
Fair enough. And I'll follow them after I cast the spell.
We're just going to leave.
Yeah, we're
As
leaving.
you, the group of you move away from this as you cast this, I assume also healing spell.
68.
68.
Yeah, I gave you level 5.
Oh, you got level 5 heals now? Ooh, we got the...
I made heal a sig, so I
we got
committed every
the-
level.
Oh, right, we're 9th.
I need the part.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
the big
You said
boy
D8,
magics now.
right?
68.
68.
68.
You just
Yeah.
get
68.
The number 6 and the number 8.
Oh,
Right next
68.
to it. The 6 is in the tens digit, and the 8 is in the units digit.
I can do math, I swear.
Look.
Does that heal you to full?
Almost. I'm like 3 points off.
Then you bleed for 2 more points of damage.
Damn it!
Numbers are hard.
And then roll a d20.
Yeah, then as you're
Can I help?
fleeing from this, not really as you guys are trying to
Oh, that's
flee.
true.
And then roll my 20 for bleeding, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Hopefully this won't be better to me. Nope.
Krasach, level 1. 15 points, that'll top you
Yeah,
off.
I'm good now.
Stop your bleed.
Yeah, with him being healed up to full, that is going to stop the bleeding and allow the group of you to scramble away from this. You put some distance, running a couple dozen feet away towards the quay before the door splinters outward. You see this big lizard in there just...
He's like mawing through like the bits.
there's nobody. You guys are over there and just... Yeah.
It's like, I'm an ambush predator. I don't want to chase things.
Absolutely an ambush predator. At that point, he is no longer interested enough in what is going on to continue the chase.
So, what kind of damage were the tails doing?
2d8 plus 9.
No, like piercing
piercing.
slash. Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that was
So, I have a couple of pretty nasty gashes on me. Would not mind if I could also get some of that magic.
I think praising a resume might help at least a little bit.
No, as at this point, you're like 20 feet from the quay because, again, these aren't very far from each other. And from where you are, you can see that the pier itself, the gangplank to this massive ship is down onto the end of the quay, but the pier's not terribly long. There are what appear to be several of the boars gathered around on the pier, and you can see numerous, maybe at least a dozen people moving about on the ship's deck. None of them appear to be interred or restrained in any way. And in fact, as you speak there, a couple of them would come to the edge, see the group of you down there, and point and call your location out to everyone else in the ship behind them.
So it seems like they haven't really loaded their cargo just yet. If they're still gathering them in the center of town, perhaps we should make our way over that way.
Yes, would you like me to disable boat and meet up with you?
I don't think they'd be going anywhere if their leader and their cargo is over here. If we take care of them, I don't think it's necessary.
I could light the boat on fire.
I could just be a giant distraction.
There might already be some people on boat we want to save.
But they wouldn't be on deck.
No, but if boat is burning,
It'll only be burning a little bit. We'll leave and they'll be busied with trying to put the fires out.
I do not think setting boat on fire is safe
Of course it's not safe, that's the whole point.
for anyone. If fire gets out of
As the
control,
group
it's spread to
discuss
town.
this, one of the sailors in the boat, he seems to be dressed very differently from the slavers you'd seen in town. They have a much more traditional worn tricorn cap on their head. Very simple clothing, with even a short waist-length red cape back over their shoulders and a cutlass rather, in hand. Comes down to the deck and clangs her sword on the planks a little bit near the boars and starts calling some command, gesturing over your direction as the three boars get up and look and realize things are literally 30 feet away.
Distraction might be useful.
We are leaving.
We're not going to outrun them.
You are, in fact, not going to outrun them.
We don't have to outrun them. We just have to not be directly in front of the boat.
You sure you don't want me to set the boat on fire?
Boars set upon
I'm
you.
entirely in favor of you setting the boat on fire.
And I'm
Well,
gonna
since you
bring us
asked so nicely.
back over yonder, we'll just go ahead and use this. And if you want to do that, you can go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Okay.
It's pigs
Ooh,
o'clock.
baby!
Better.
Dang, look at you.
I'll spend my last hero point to reroll my initiative.
Much better.
That's money.
Blowing through them today. Feed K-Dust.
And that one definitely paid off. It went from a 3 to a 19.
Here is a pile of boars.
Reet.
Let me set up this map real quick for us. Angry pig.
Pig noises. Yay, pig noises.
You're such a bore.
Reet.
You're making them sound like the Roadrunner.
Reet.
I thought you said meat meat.
No.
I was like, it's a different thing.
Reet.
Mahathala.
Now, as the boars come running, at the top of this screen here would largely be the edge of the piers in the streets before it drops down to the water. As the pigs come in and run in your direction, you can see that you have gotten the attention of what may very well be the entire crew of the ship. As
Lovely.
10 to 15 of these various sailors line up upon the railing to come watch the group of boars run down and assumedly gore you guys. A lot of them shouting, cheering, fist pumping as the pack comes charging your direction.
That's right. Gather up, boys. All the better for me to burn you with, my dear.
Oh, you're so delightful when you get all bloodthirsty.
They're slavers.
As I said.
I guessed the witch brought the other.
Resume!
It's gonna be a 34.
Roshin?
Roshin got a 31.
Pretty good. Trishik?
Like 70.
38.
That's what I said.
I rolled a 19 and I'm rolling stealth.
And you are not rolling stealth right now. They
Oh,
will
well then that
clearly
would be a
see you.
35.
Okay. What you have, resume?
34.
Okay. And Marshall, before you roll real quick, getting 1 hero point back from Arcadis. Marshall will probably use this responsibly, right?
Sure. Maybe. Thanks, buddy.
What'd you get?
I got a 25, unfortunately.
We'll put you over here.
All the way in the back.
I'm gonna sit down here by yourself.
Nobody puts stuff in the corner.
Wrong.
Wrong.
You put yourself in the corner. Okay. Piggies, where you live?
Read.
Me.
3 more Pigoos. Pigoo numero uno at the top there with a 27. Pigoo numero dos with potato. And
That is impressive.
Pigoo trace with a 29. Alright, Chic. And let me have Buddy here instead of Resume.
Is this another one of those just regular buildings?
These are pretty normal buildings near the pier, yeah. Or near the water.
All right. Well, I'm gonna scamper up on top of the nearest building.
Like you do.
Doing lizard stuff.
Okay, so it's going to take you a move or two to get up there.
And then I'll leave a hand down. Resme, come up here. Get away from the animals.
Oh.
You want to run up and like ready to aid her? Alrighty, Resme.
Resume is gonna take Trishik's hand.
You'd have to move over to me first.
That's fine. Move over to
Make
you.
me an athletics check, and Trishik going to roll me to assist.
I assist.
You get +1.
Okay. That is not good. So we're gonna go ahead and hand you that reroll.
There's so many things today.
We're
Everything is happening.
We're
session.
doing things.
I thought that
for once.
assisting was a +2.
That is better.
Critically is a +2.
That's gonna be a 20.
20 will absolutely allow Trishik to help hoist you up onto the roof here. So you have 1 action left.
Which I will use to shield up because I don't know what they're about to do.
Oh, they're boars.
Yeah, but I don't know what the guys in the ship are about to do.
Pointing a cannon.
Like, could be wheel a cannon. I'm like, oh no.
Just hear a loud clank, and you're just like, oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh yeah!
God damn it.
Just have Marshall Buster won't be like, oh yeah.
So Roshin is actually still not really feeling too great, but she's going to shield up at the base, guarding the approach up to the side of the building, and she's going to cast a heal on herself. So that's going to be 10 plus 6, 26 health back. It's only level 2. But it's
not bad for
actually
level
enough. 2. It's enough to get me back up to full.
And health is health.
And health is health.
Okay. And so that will bring us to Pig Armada. As the first, the top and the bottom of the pigs come charging forward. How fast are you, my dude? You are speed. You are speed incarnate.
I was about to say, they're pretty fast.
Yeah, it's going to take him 2 moves as he sprints to close the difference between the end of the quay and Marshall. Charges in, tusks lowered, red eyes, and still more of these shackles, barbs, and spikes kind of fitted all around its actual tusks to supplement. And whips his head up for a natural 1. He was just sleeping, and he is very tired. He's,
He just falls asleep mid-charge in front of me, and I'm just like poking it with my boot, like, eh.
Bottom 1 charges up towards Roshin,
Snort.
squealing as it goes, and as it lets out this horrifying and this hair-raising screech here. I'm gonna need a will save from everybody. This is an emotion fear effect.
That's gonna be a 29.
Okay.
26.
29 as well.
That's a hero point, is what that is.
Oh.
Scraping the hero points, blowing through them today.
Yeah. And that's going to be a 28, and critical success if it's a pass.
Alright, so all of you would hear this, but you have thought much, much worse, and you are
Those
not
lizards.
terribly shaken or off-put by the cries of this boar.
That was
Marshall,
my last one on your record, right?
yes.
Okay.
I have a U at 0.
So that was
Marshall at 1 and Chic at
Jayazo. Thank you,
Oh,
Jayazo.
I used both.
Oh, just kidding. Chic is 0. I guess I'm not doing this correctly.
I used both today, actually.
I think I just didn't hit. Thank you.
Alrighty, I do what I do best. Take one more swig of my wine. Ah! Giant force powers activate.
Mad, big.
Mad, big.
We
Plain
do two
simple.
things. We do mad and big.
Did you want to grow big up or grow big so that you're next to Roshin?
Okay, I guess you could do either way.
It doesn't matter.
It might matter.
Okay, fine. I'll be next to you.
Yay!
You can guard my kneecap. And I'm gonna attack the piggy that failed to do anything. Apparently.
You're rolling the giant die. I love
Look,
it.
the other two were bad. I put them in jail, so I only have a big d20, and that is going to be a 28.
The 28's definitely gonna hit it.
Retreat.
Now would have been a great time to crit.
Yes, yes, it would have.
It's cut a pig in half immediately.
Did I lose it?
No, he could hit 2 piggy. It'd be his first
They'd be
time.
adjacent to each other.
Oh, adjacent.
It's literally an unusable specialization.
Oh
Max
my
specialization, so
god.
So it's not like within your reach. They
Nope,
have
they have
to
to be adjacent to each other too.
Sorry, I dropped my.
It's really bad.
32.
Woo!
Bad pig.
Barbarian do barbarian things.
Oink.
Just coming on down.
Alrighty, and then the last of the pigs here is going to rush forth as well, charging just into the line with the cheers of the crowd on the ship in the distance, going forth towards Marshall for a natural 20.
Ooh.
You get real large and you become an enormous target. This one's got a whole lot of meat to just swing its tusk up towards. It's gonna hit you for 22 points of piercing damage. As these are not even, that is the critical damage. They are not nearly
Really?
the threat that the
Wow,
giant
that's-
lizards were.
Yeah.
They're kind of just pigs with spikes on their tusks. I mean, they look like they're not natural wild boars.
Like I just feel his tucks like go into my shin a little bit. Like, oh, that stings quite a
they're
bit.
clearly not that strong.
They're literally like violent meat.
They are violent meat. Everything is violent meat.
So
really.
the first pig was bacon. We now have ham,
And violent
and then
meat.
we
Pork
have
chop.
sausage, and now we have pork chop.
No, that's pulled pork.
Pulled pork.
Chic.
Why do we have to fight animals? So many animals.
But these are slaver animals, so it's acceptable.
These ones count.
I'm going to
They do count.
pull out my bow and plink out 2 shots at the closest 2.
Okay, two. There's like right below you at the edge of the roof here.
So that is a 21 at the first one,
21 is gonna miss.
and at the second one, that's 27.
27 will hit, so you'll hit the middle one.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
4 plus 7, 9, and he's bleeding for D6, the one in the middle.
Okie dokie. And then,
Bacon of faith, really.
oh, was that all? Was
bacon
that all
and
3?
Yeah,
Oh,
full
'cause you
shoot.
pulled
shoot.
your bow out. Resume.
Pew, 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 pew.
Resume will look out to the ship. Do I look like I have 530 feet there?
I mean, it's way less than that. The ship's like
Right off screen.
We were 30
Yeah,
feet from the
yeah.
front
a
of the
little
boat.
past the edge of the screen here. You're not far.
She'll wave at them and go, I hope you like fire! And she'll yell out, Inferno Maxima! And cast level 4 Fireball.
All right.
Sounds good.
So now all the ship encounters involved too. Let's see how this goes.
And
Bold choice, Cotton.
they get to, they
Let's
get
aggro everyone who's not currently fighting us.
they get to make me a basic reflex save
I mean, they knew we were there, so.
They sent piggies after us.
and a 20-foot burst.
Okie dokie. So that's gonna, like, as you throw a fireball to burst above the deck, is absolutely going to catch the entirety of the crew that's sitting there watching and cheering, who are immediately going to scatter.
Oh, they have the cast.
It's like, oh crap. Absolutely heading for cover. There, it just, as that washes across them, they're just going to take a whole bunch of scattered assorted damage, and they're definitely fleeing as they can.
They were not prepared.
They were very not prepared. 29 on the guy that matters. 30 on the guy that matters.
That
That's a
will
pass.
pass.
Half damage.
So he'll take half damage.
He's still on fire.
You don't have to be persistent, unfortunately.
Fireball is more like
It's
a.
just a quick flash.
I know. But wouldn't it be great?
It would be.
take 21 points of fire damage.
42. Oh, 4th level fireball.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
a
big
4th
boy
level
launcher.
fireball.
You got 1 action left.
I will shield again.
And as you put your shield up,
Here comes a cannonball.
in a wavering of the air, a blue demon, humanoid built kind of like a man, with massive twisting horns heading out to either side. His finger is almost entirely replaced with long, twisted claws. And a purplish skin, standing about 9 feet high, is going to appear right next to Resume, lower his head, and swing the horns, cutting
Nibble,
up towards you.
nibble dodge.
Wow.
We're reaching the maximum extent of combat on top of our raised platform here.
Some dudes are showing up for the party here. A villain point then.
Yes, you're using villain points
That's
on
my
the weak
last
one.
from Link 14.
I don't know if it's a weak one. I mean, it did just teleport next to you.
No, I'm the weak one.
It's gonna
Oh,
be a 41 to hit.
I mean, you did fireball a ship.
That's gonna crit me.
with
The,
your nibble dodge?
the natural 20 probably.
Oh, it just get you
41.
up.
It was not a natural 20.
Ah,
Just get you up to 20.
I don't think we should be fighting this thing.
Well, it's a little late.
As he immediately jumps into battle, realizing that this needs participation right the hell now. He is right here. He's a large, angry boy. His horns, which there's several more, that they're almost like dreadlocks pulled back. 2 out the side, then more just kind of curving back around his head. He rips them up into you for 50 points of piercing damage.
Ooh.
It's not horrible, actually. Okay.
That's pretty not good.
It's not good, but I'm not dead.
And he
That's
would,
true. You are not dead.
As
For
he
the
rips that
sake
up,
of this.
Breastplate's blood spraying out across everybody. Turns back to the ship. Avast! Defend! Repel the invaders!
Wait, you're the invaders.
Roshin.
Okay. So how much of that did I
ship immediately
see?
seems to be following that order because they're on fire and panicking.
So at least that part of the plan went well. Do I see that happen?
You would definitely see Resume take the hit, and you would hear this voice calling out from the rooftop.
Well, that sounds complicated. But I can't see him.
You cannot see him, no. He's up and back a tile.
I got you. Okay. Resume?
He was just watching from the deck. He saw the fireball in the distance, just... oh no. He just went in.
I'm fine. It's just an unfriendly demonic force.
I'm not sure how to take that. But we'll try to finish up here. And she's going to let the shield fall. Two-hand the bastard sword. Booyah bosh! And red light's gonna swell up the sword as she slashes down at the pig.
The pig, the southernmostest pig.
Yeah, it's the southernmostest pig. Well, actually, I suppose the one in the middle's been hit. I'll hit that one.
Or the one in front of me, too.
They've both been hit. Yeah, the one in the middle and the one at the top have been hit. Only the one in front of you hasn't been hit.
It's a 34.
34 is critically hit.
Oh, beautiful.
Just a pig. Not that. The AC's not that high.
Really?
Why? Why
you
you
did
do
double
this?
ones?
I didn't double ones, but I rolled like a 1 and a 2 and then a 12.
12 in there.
That's nice. It's nice, I guess. All right, so let's see. That's a 16 plus 4, 20. So 40 points of
Middle
damage.
pig?
Huh?
Middle pig?
Middle pig.
Middle pig.
40 points of slashing, and it's going to get D12 bleed if it's still alive.
It is still alive.
Barely.
Okay.
It has persistent on it already. What was that from?
That was me. It
Sorry,
goes.
because its bleeding is now D12 instead.
Yes.
of
Bleeding is now
D6.
D12. And I have another swing I can make at it, which I will do, although that's significantly worse. So it's a 12, that's a 16, 18.
18's not gonna hit. No.
Okay. And then after that, she's gonna go Kussinch, and a magical shield will appear around her.
Ooh, I hate a magical shield.
Magic things.
You have the fancy shield icon now. I can just
Yee.
make 2 fancy shield icons. Need a second fancy magic shield icon. Thank you, Argenforge. Okay, so we have
Oh, you didn't break your shield when it hit you.
top piggy,
Oh, I
and,
guess I could have. That's right.
top piggy and bottom piggy.
We're
not going back.
Yeah, it's too late, but
Bottom
I was
piggy
just asking. I can do that with magic.
is going to swing up towards Roshin as his shield pops into existence, just jutting up its tusks
That's hot.
for a 24.
24. The runes are
Wait,
going to
use
slow
magic
it.
shield instead of regular shield?
Yeah. What?
Use magic shield instead of regular shield? Or
The
am I
cantrip.
stupid? Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have a regular shield?
I dropped it so I could two-hand the bastard sword.
Oh, I missed that part. We're big swinging. All right.
Yeah, because I'm trying to end it quick, so that's why I'm rolling d12s now to try to knock the boars down quick.
That's actually super neato. Look at his flexibility.
Oracles, they can do stuff. Just
Look at
requires
this-
lots of bookkeeping.
This cool tactical options that you have. All right. He's 24 would actually do nothing.
24, yeah, no, it's not going
And
to
then
be.
he is going to swing again. 23.
23 will also not get me, no.
Shocker.
10.
This is like one of those choosing beggar Reddits. Where the guy-
Just continuously hit random until you're like, meh.
And the one at the top there is going to be swinging up towards Marshall as well. They are boars. They
Yeah.
kind of do like the charging and hitting, and he's going to start by letting loose this same kind of a squeal. So I'm going to need a will save from everybody. And if you get,
Why couldn't he have just gone to market?
just for simplicity, like
Um.
some
Well,
thoughts happen.
that is what it is.
The fear. The raw, unfiltered
Really?
fear.
It just got worse.
What do we got?
23.
We good.
34.
I rolled a natural 1. Grand total of 18.
You crit the last one if that matters.
Too much going on right now. I hear shouts from up top. I just saw like Resume's blood flying.
But it's the oiky squealing that's really unsettling.
Well, I didn't expect it, you see.
That's fair. Ah.
It's sad because I spent my point and got worse. I got like a 17.
Is that a natural one?
It was a 2.
Okay, well, it's not a natural one, so you're fighting 1.
-1 to everything.
Yeah, so your AC is, it's another -1 in your AC.
So it's a 24 now.
And this pig is going to swing up at you, Marshall, for a 20.
Oh, my AC is 24. So
Yeah.
nope.
And then a natural 1. So he's, they're pigs. They're not great at the, the locked in the front lines thing. Not really what pigs do.
Frightened, it says checks in DCs. AC counts as a DC,
It is
right?
a DC, yes.
All right.
AC is a DC.
AC is a DC. AC, DC.
AC,
Gotcha.
Electric.
Marshall.
Like currently?
Yeah, see, I'm doing the same thing now. It's in my head. Well, I'm attacking the piggy that's in front of me.
There are 2 piggies in front of you.
Well, the one I hit first.
So the top one.
The top one.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're both pretty slapped. They've both been pretty well slapped.
I might as well finish one and then
Yeah,
go after the
okay.
other. Do what I do best.
Yeah, that little piggy had roast beef.
Oh man, I am not doing so good on rolls today, but a 23, does that hit?
23 does hit.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
Does that with your frightened?
22 then?
22 does not hit.
Fucking heroism's up.
We found the AC.
-5.
Got him. Easy frightened one.
Hey.
Hey.
That's gonna hit. That is 30.
30 will hit it.
That was a 29.
-5.
Right.
Nice. Then you're frightened one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's still, it doesn't
29.
matter. Give me the
That's gonna be 26.
Okay. Math.
What is
Right.
math?
Oh, middle boar swung, right?
I think so.
Probably, yeah. Oh, no, he hasn't gone yet. He's this one.
Okay.
Okay.
He's after Marshall. He was the very slow pig.
So he's still awake.
Yeah. He's still all right. Like, they're boars. They're not.
Boy.
They're nothing if not hardy. And
You know what?
Maybe nothing if not hardy because they don't seem to be hitting very.
I guess 2 could play that game.
Just yell at it.
I just do my intimidation thing.
It starts squealing and you can scream back at it. All right, fair.
To
Hey,
a
nat
natural
20.
20.
He's got it where
Pig's like, what?
Now retreat all the way home.
Pig's scared. So that pig is frightened too. Middle pig. Middle pig is Marshall's just kind of screaming and swinging here. And it doesn't really like the weird magical thing Roshin has. So it's just gonna go ahead and hit Marshall because it's large and it's had success at doing that so far. It'll be a 26.
That will hit.
Going to catch you for 16 points of piercing damage.
16. Okay.
He has like no things he can do other than continuing to do that.
I mean, fair. I'm not doing much better.
26 again.
26 again, yeah. Jeez.
Gonna hit you for 18 points of piercing damage. Actually managing to get into you pretty well as your attention's focused elsewhere before it also squeals. Will saves for everybody. I guess you're already frightened.
Yeah, I'm already
so
frightened
you
too. I
can't
literally
I was
can't
about
get
to say,
worse.
Yeah, you guys are. You can critically fail, I guess. So
Alright.
just roll, see if you get a 1.
That was a nat 20.
Okay.
31.
Yeah, you guys are fine. So you're already frightened. You can't get more afraid. And
23.
if it's not a 1, you have to literally critically fail for it to matter because
Yeah,
you're
20.
already frightened.
Yeah, 23.
Oh, you're actually not because it ends at the end of your turn.
Yeah.
So you're not frightened at all. So you're solid there.
Yay.
And then he's gonna bleed for a bunch of damage because he's bleeding.
He is.
12.
Cock die.
And it does not end.
8.
8. They are almost equivocally beaten. One of them has 57 points of damage. One of them has 58 points of damage.
All the way home.
And
Consistency is the name of the game.
ooh, Kados is super ready to spell out these hero points. Calm down, buddy. I don't know how to spell Roshin. This is my best guess. So, Mad Oracle Lady for a hero point from Destro Nets.
Thank you.
We love
If
you,
only
Destro.
Squid would go and put the name spelling of our characters up on
Yeah.
the screen.
It's on there. It's just not on there constantly. It's on there when it comes up, and it's on there when it comes by on this. There's
It's
like,
on a rotation.
there's like 2 different places it can come by. Chic.
How tall is this guy?
About 9 feet. He's a big dude, but he's still medium sized. He's not, but he is definitely a bit taller than you and a lot taller than Resme. He's a pretty hulking demon monster thing.
Well, turning around and noticing that he's there, because he just kind of teleported in, yelled out, and hit Resme. I do not believe Lady gave you permission to touch. And I'm going to intimidate him, standing up, looking him straight up. That dice is gone. For a 28.
28 is not going to succeed.
And then I'm going to shove him off the roof.
Go.
Why not?
Ooh.
For a 30.
30 is not going to succeed.
What?
That is
boy.
impressive.
So you push into him, and his the claws on his feet dig into the shingles of the roof, and he slides back a bit, but turns his attention down to you, almost offended that you dare speak to him.
Well, then I will rake my claw across his chest.
Ah, -4.
Okay, so 31.
31, you will hit him with the claw swing.
Dang.
9.
Okay. Message sent. That's what matters.
That is impressive, though.
Yeah,
He's
that's
a big lad. Resme.
that's scary.
Resme is not super pleased about where she is right now. Modus Ostium! And she will dimension door the heck out of here.
And as you go to cast, he just slams his forehead down. He turns back to Chic and slams down on you as you start focusing on this spell.
Okay.
And that's...
Can I nimble dodge because I'm casting?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you can nimble
Yeah, then
dodge.
I'll
You have
nimble
your
dodge.
reaction
Yep.
back. That's going to be a 37.
Okay, I'm so
Not a
glad
crit.
I nimble dodge. That is just gonna regular hit me, and I'm gonna break my shield.
And as he just... Your shield is
Wow.
not up. It's a new turn.
Shield lasts until the
Until
start of your next
turn.
turn.
Your shield's down.
You're right, it is.
So his forehead is just going to crash into you.
Bonk.
Bonk. For 25
That
points of
is
piercing
fine.
damage.
Jesus Christ.
Man.
That is technically
Bonk. His forehead.
the only number that matters is 0.
Yes.
Where are you going?
Far away from here.
False light. That's why she's still up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Behind
again,
another building.
This does go a pretty decent distance. Like off to the left here, off the map,
Off-
there is like
yeah.
the boathouse we were just at.
Yeah, off
So you
to
could
the
go
left
all the way
behind that
over there.
building.
So like off, just
Yeah.
off. So I'll just put you like
That's
halfway
fine.
off the screen here. You are basically, you could literally dimension door back to the previous boathouse you just left. It's right. It's also right off screen.
Cool.
But it's not literally off screen because it's a different map. So you're over there.
I don't think she
Imagine
wants to go
device.
back to the lizards at all.
You have one action left.
I'm gonna ponder. There's demons here.
That is
Can I get a knowledge check now that I've seen it up in my face?
Absolutely. That would be a religion. As demon.
That's me in the corner. I do 7. There are demons.
It's a secret check, right? 'cause,
That's right.
Don't worry, you didn't roll that. It's a secret check.
Sorry.
It's a religion modifier.
It's +3. I don't believe in religion.
You have no freaking idea. but as far as you can tell, looking at this thing, I mean, obviously it's incredibly physically brutish, and you assume that to get here, there must be another caster of some kind on the ship who had assisted it, because unlike devils, demons are not all natively magic. This demon does not appear to possess any kind of magical powers himself. Ratio on him. He teleports after Esme.
That's fine.
Does not appear to be magical. Immediately teleports and follows
You in the
Resume.
warehouse and
This isn't actually, like, he's not here to do anything. He's here specifically to headbutt you.
25.
That is.
It actually happens. Okay.
No, I'm serious. No, he did it. That's what's happening. It's his turn.
Oh my god.
That's going to full out miss her. He headbutts her, but he headbutts the wagon next to her because he overshot the dimension door just a little.
Well, you're ready this time. You know he didn't just appear next to you, already goring you, and you managed to get out of the way, and he just cries, and turns to recenter himself, facing you again. Yeah,
Could you imagine how disorienting teleporting and then immediately trying to hit someone would be?
So you guys are like Dragon Ball Z.
yeah.
It's all right. I have a new plan.
All right, Roshin.
Let's hope so.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
Pigs are in front of you.
Just get the pickers! I'm just screaming, just get the pickers!
Nothing for it. And again, a double-handed slash. She's gonna swing down at that pig that she's been bullying the whole time. Oh, nice. Okay. So that's a 36.
36 is absolutely going to critically hit. You hear bad things happening above you. Well, not anymore, actually. It's like, poof, poof.
What's the DBZ teleport sound? The all right, 24, 19 up to 38 damage.
Now you have to add it to your soundboard, Squid.
So at 38, as you hit this boar, it stumbles and reels a bit, almost falling over from the strike. This is the one in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but as it does, it scrabbles on the edge of the street here near the water, snorts out, and forces itself to remain standing.
I don't remember if the last boar we killed went into like a death frenzy, so I'm gonna raise my. I'm gonna cast shield,
Pink.
and I'm gonna swing at it again. It's very cocked. 18.
18's not gonna catch it.
All right, I'm out of actions.
Alrighty, so bottom pig. Only got you to swing at, so he's gonna squeal again. So yeah, you don't have to make a save. You're not range anymore.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, crap.
What is it with you? You're just really terrified of pigs.
Apparently.
And Marshall has a deep-seated hatred of pigs. And lizards, apparently. He just hates animals. You're frightened too. Oh, I saw the natural one. You
Yeah.
see the gigantic die, you can see it from over here.
Yeah.
I'm frightened 1. I got an 18.
I'm gonna run out of D20s at this
You're a
rate.
girl now. We'll see.
Oh, more frightened? Are you kidding me?
We're not expecting them to do it.
It's
They just
another
keep
natural
doing it.
one. I'll go back up to frightened 2.
I don't have any more frightened.
I just
cards.
changed. No, I kept my frightened. I'm
Well,
still
I mean,
frightened.
Chic is now also frightened. I
All
actually did all
right,
three.
hang on. I
Hold
gotta.
on, I found more D20s.
I just changed all my stat dials.
Oh, I do have one more. Frightened 1. And then he's gonna start swinging at you. You want to hold on to the camera real quick, just so they can see the
Oh, yeah.
the amazing paraphernalia that you have made for your oracle here?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I made spinny wheels out of index cards. So as I get like stat changes, this is the status bonus wheel and that's the circumstance bonus wheel, and I can kind of line them up to figure out what my stats are because they change from turn to turn and as I cast spells and as pigs yell at me apparently.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's gonna stab you.
my husband's
So,
a nerd.
This man enjoys a fine hobby of spreadsheet creation. So,
I do.
I'm better at it than you.
Slightly.
Good.
You are not, actually. I will out spreadsheet you any day.
So this is not the frightened one. The north one is the frightened one. The front of you is fine. It's gonna be a 29 to hit you.
29 to hit me. It's going to, well, because of this dark. Basically, my inner ear is completely screwed up from this squealing in my ear, and that's going to get a hit off.
It's gonna hit you for 13 points of piercing damage. Then try once more for. No, you're not. Math. 33.
Is that the hit roll?
It's the hit roll.
Okay, that will also hit me.
Another 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
It's the same thing that I just said. I just forgot what it was.
And Roshin is actually going to break her shield to soak that damage.
Okay. So she shatters through that. Your shield crashing as it deflects this blow. North Pig is scared. Because Marshall is very scary.
He no likey.
He is, he's gonna do, Pig? You're not feeling good.
He's not feeling it.
He's a spooky boy. Well, he's gonna swing at you, but he's not happy about it. He's frightened too.
Yep.
Gonna be 29
That does hit.
for 12 points of piercing damage. As he takes that one, he is going to run a ways back.
Oh no, he's not.
You're gonna follow him.
What's shaking
Yep.
there, Bacon?
You can only follow him up to
Yeah,
your
up to your
movement.
speed. So he's a lot faster than you. So
Oh, he's a lot faster.
yeah, I mean you would be able to follow most of the way, and he's like, he sees you coming. Oh no!
Yeah, piggy.
You just continue running.
Marshall, don't get tunnel vision again.
Marshall, no! Marshall, stay!
Marshall, heal, Marshall.
Marshall!
Yeah.
Oh, and there he
Well,
goes.
let's see. Okay.
So I see he's just like he's gone.
He's running. This pig is way faster.
There's no way I'm catching up to him.
He's
Well,
a fast little piggy.
I guess I'll just turn around and attack the remaining two, and with just a big old grin on my face. Well, if he doesn't want to play, then you will.
You step back over. Both of them are in reach. The middle one is barely holding on.
Go for that one. And we're gonna try a different D20 because apparently I'm going through D20s like crazy
The
today.
one has not had his turn yet, so he does not have his reaction.
Ooh, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's gonna hit with a 36.
Oh yeah, that's gonna critically split that pig in half. Like that is no longer a living thing.
Do I even need to roll my
Did
damage?
the thing.
I did the thing.
No, he has a singular hit point from ferocity.
Wow.
So
And was it a crit?
yes.
It finally.
So I have to roll the damage anyway.
Oh, there's another one.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God! It's happening!
All right. Let's see the numbers. Let's see the numbers.
Act specialization is happening.
That is a 16.
So it's just the
plus
dice is what the other pig takes.
Oh, just the dice?
Yeah.
It doesn't take every. Okay, well, just take 16 then.
16 points of damage.
And that
as
was-
this massive crashing swing arcs through into the pig in front of Roshin and catches him too.
I did the thing, fellas.
Oh,
I
it
did the
finally
thing.
happened.
And I think I got one left, right?
You have one action left, yes.
Might as well go again. Swing on that remaining piggy for -5. I'm pretty sure that's gonna miss because
Oh,
yeah, that's a
heavy.
15. That's gonna miss.
15's not going to land. Enemy minion 2 is 2 pieces. Chic.
Can I see where Resman the demon went to?
Yeah, she'd probably be like on the. You went to behind or to the roof of the boathouse.
I went to, like, right in front of the boathouse because I didn't want to go inside of it because I thought the lizard things might be able to see me
So
in
then
there.
she is
That makes
about
sense.
50 feet away from you, further off to the west of this screen in the road, and the demon teleported back after her and is still just swinging his head at her.
All right, well, I'm going to knock my bow, take a shot at the demon.
Suppressing fire.
So 27.
27 is he's not looking. The arrow's gonna connect, but even though he just looks like outside of his claws and horns, he's just flesh, the arrowhead just glances off of his skin. He doesn't even seem to turn towards you. He's very focused on the lady who cast fireball on his face. He's very upset about this.
Goodness
We're going to
gracious.
fire.
He's mildly singed.
We're going
Poor
to fire
thing.
2 more times because I need to get his attention and try and potentially get him off a resume. So,
Better.
better, but -5. So,
Butter?
25. And then,
25 will miss.
yeah, just fishing for a 20 on the last one, which is at a +9.
I believe.
28. I rolled a 19.
20 is not.
Yeah. Why couldn't that have been the first one?
Fun fact: a natural 20 would not have crit him because we were in the territory
Yeah.
where your full modifier still would have missed, so it would have been bumped up to a regular success. Resume.
Okay,
He seems
so
upset and singed.
I'm going to use mobility to back away from him without drawing an attack of opportunity from
Okay.
him. So I'm going to move
You
half
can
my
put- You
speed.
can put 10 feet between you and him.
And then I'm going to...
Does he have a really long tail?
He has a very stubby little tail. He doesn't look like he has anything that can reach
The tail
you more than
magically
5
grows
feet
out and
from.
smacks you.
And then I'm going to go invisible and see if that works.
Okay.
And
So-
then resume disappears.
With an incantation, you poof out of existence.
Deuces.
No. Lee is.
Oh, this is falling off, right?
You're frightened 1. You goes down 1 every turn. So if
Oh,
you were
okay.
2 before,
Oh.
you're still frightened 1.
Right.
Okay.
Can I just say how much I frickin' love mobility?
Oh, may I have a hero point, please?
Oh, did you get one?
Because
Yeah.
my wheelie things were
Oh
very impressive.
yeah, from Hermagistus. I was gonna get that when we got back around to you. But
Ah, okay.
I had it had gone long enough that I had forgotten about it. So good job.
Yay.
For your wheelie stat tracking things. Take that.
It's wheelie good.
Yeah, I
Yay.
usually most of the time I'll wait until we come back around to whoever's turn it is to give them out. But I had by now missed that one. He's gonna pull his head back up and narrow his eyes. And then he is going to step 10 feet towards you and lash out with a clawed hand, just trying to sweep across the square that you are in. So, 50-50 miss chance, because you are hidden.
I'm gonna nimble dodge anyway.
Yeah,
Are
probably
we
better.
doing
Well, good idea.
Sorry.
For the best.
Are we doing higher or lower for the 50-50?
Always higher.
Okay.
Because it's DC 11. It's like, it's not just a 50-50, like it is DC
Oh, yeah.
11. That's half of an 11, and then it's a 1.
Oh,
So this sweeping claws, he can't see exactly where you are. He knows where you are, but he can't properly dial that one in. He just calls out again. "Ah! Stop!
Stop!
Stop doing it!
Roshin.
No disappearing. All right. So she can see him, but he's really far away. Am I flanking this pig with Marshall?
Sure. You know what? With his big reach, that's close enough. I'll give it to you.
I'll take it. All right. She's kind of panicking. She doesn't really know what's going on. She's getting tinnitus.
Now
from these
it's on the ground,
pigs,
so you
man.
can see a demon. Like you can hear a demon shouting and flailing behind you. Your situational awareness. You know he's back there.
He's back there freaking somewhere. All right. Where did my other D20 go? Oh, I threw it in jail because it was bad. That's right.
Where are my
Need to
dice?
catch up.
Right, prison.
Dang, man.
I've been throwing them away, man.
She's gonna two-hand this sword and she's just trying to chop her way through this pig as quickly as she can. So first attack is 21. Hero point. Actually, I have here. Huh?
You're flanking.
You want to use your point?
Oh, I am flanking, aren't I?
Yeah, you're flanking.
And we know what the pig's AC is because math. So yes.
Yes.
21 hits.
Spreadsheets in his mind.
Calculations flying through his brain.
Cock die.
It's that meme over it again.
13,
Matt.
13, and 4. 17.
Okay.
And second attack. It's a natural 1. I will give you a hero point for that.
All your hero points belong to him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Your money.
That's, let's see, 19, 20, 20 with the flank.
Well, he's not gonna catch me.
Nope.
The flank doesn't. It flanks just busy, so yeah, 20's not quite gonna do it.
Okay. And, I guess I'll fish. I do not get it.
Any threes? No.
Nope.
Well, pig
Go
in
fish.
front of you is
Bleeding.
I swear if you squeeze again. He does bleed. That's true. He's bleeding.
as he's still fighting. It's almost an omnipresent squealing coming out.
Give me a will save.
He frightened 1, so you could critically fail back to 2.
Ha! I'm used to it now.
No one's gets worse.
23.
You go. Yeah, no one's gets worse.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good.
Uh,
I got 24.
and
Does that
I succeed, critical succeed. So.
Yeah.
does this fall off now or does
It falls off on your turn.
Okay.
You're still frightened 1. It just doesn't get worse. And then he is going to do the thing that he knows how to do, which is continue trying to gore Roshin. He's never had this much difficulty goring somebody before. This is a very confused Pigus. He's done this many times, and usually people just die immediately when he stabs them. How about a 20?
20, nope. It's greaves are a rough thing, man.
How about a 30?
A 30 will normal hit me.
He went to the backside where the greaves are not.
Yeah, the grease didn't work out. He kind of hooks him around. He got a bunch of spikes.
Yeah.
12 points piercing damage.
12 points of TH damage. I will take it. Why not? I'll cast out Blood Vendetta and give him.
Screw this stupid pig.
Yeah, give him some more persistent bleed.
all the bleeds?
Well, this one doesn't have any persistent bleed. The one that was bleeding died.
No, I didn't. I hit this one with the sword. I hit him once.
No, you hit the one that I should like.
This one just got hit.
This one's only been hit by Marshall.
No, this just got hit.
I
by
just
him.
hit her
Oh,
once.
you just
I rolled
did it for a
damage and
second.
everything.
Right,
yeah.
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, and actually,
I'm
no,
done.
I'm gonna save the spell slot because I'm
Okay.
gonna need it for later. So no, I'll just leave it with my sword
And
persistently.
he is bleeding, so he's going to take whatever the d6 from your winning run, which ends. It's a good thing he didn't do that that spell there for sure.
Did you roll the d6 damage?
No, it's you just do d6. I rolled
Okay.
for this.
5.
5. That's almost as much as you do with your mace.
You can smack him in the face. I'll allow it.
Cry.
And Jayazo, because I've given everyone else a hero point. It's time for the bad guys. They have a villain point again.
No.
Oh yes.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Read.
Yes. Beautiful. We'll use this for the angry demon man, probably.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Northern Pig is still frightened 1. He's not as frightened as he was before. He's gonna turn around and just come wheeling back in here. Running back up to Marshall.
Oh, that's cute.
It's been somewhat steadied for a 23.
Miss.
And worse than that. So he's not feeling it. He's very scared. You are a spooky giant dwarf man. He's a very small pig.
He ran away and you looked smaller, and then he got closer and you looked bigger again.
Ah, perspective. Marshall.
Pigspective.
Lunch is back.
Oh, I see. I noticed the like gust of like hot breath coming from the pig that tried to attack me from behind. I was like, oh, you're back. You want some more? Ah! That was a 1.
The wheeling swing not going quite so. Whisk it over the top of him.
I'm just gonna add it to my collection of bad dice.
You can't put it in jail every time it rolls poorly. That's why your dice have trust issues. You've no
Yeah.
idea how to treat
You
your dice.
literally have PTSD dice.
Apparently. I'll do one more swing on that same pig. -5. That's gonna miss, I'm pretty sure. Because
Well,
that's
you rolled
only...
3 higher and you took 5 off the total roll.
Yep, so that's a 17. You know what? I scared him once, I'll scare him again. Ah!
Marshall's very easily confused when he's surrounded by pigs.
8. 18?
8? Oh,
18.
it's like- Yeah, he's
8.
He's not. He's
Eight.
no longer.
I couldn't do
afraid.
math.
He's swallowed his spear.
Oh,
So
okay.
meanwhile, back on the ship, there is no signs of anything. Everyone that was on there lined up on the sides is absolutely, totally cut their losses and bailed. As a matter of fact, you can see numerous heads bobbing in the water that were swept off of people's heads when they yeeted themselves overboard to attempt to escape the instant blast of the fireball. Their morale seems to have broken spectacularly quickly. Chic.
Really, our plan worked great if it wasn't for the mysterious hidden teleporting
Yeah.
demon that was there.
That's true.
You always gotta prepare for the mysterious hidden teleporting demon.
Really bad eggs.
You know,
Drink
perhaps
up,
is
me
good
hearties,
thing
yo-ho.
we did not kill lizards.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
Ooh.
So, is this roof slanted like comes to a
Oh yeah, we didn't kill the
Pretty flat.
lizards.
Yeah.
It's like it's a little.
lunchtime.
It's just
Brutally
gently
maimed them,
canted
but-
towards the center.
Okay, I saw the color change and I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is gently, but it's not enough to really make a big difference.
Is it enough that I could go to the other side and hide? Like crouch down behind it? Because he's 50 feet off in the distance.
Yeah, if you took an action to take cover, you could then take an action to hide.
There's that. But I would need to go to the other side of the roof first.
Yeah, you'd have to move over there and then take cover to get regular cover and then hide. So it'd be your full turn. Because there's not a lot to work with.
Screw it. I'm just going to shoot another arrow over at him. He's attacking the air.
Pew, pew.
I'm trying to machine gun until he pays attention to me. So, that is a 33.
33 will hit him.
Nice.
Very nice.
13 and he's bleeding. That's what I wanted. He can't ignore that. So,
And he can.
Thanks, guys.
yeah. So, now that I finally see an arrow stuck into him, it
You got
caught
a
purchase.
solid hit. There's an arrow embedded in him now, and you can see him bleeding.
I'll go on ahead and turn, aiming down, and just dropping one into the spine of this boar. At least attempting to. It's for 23.
Because of math.
23, we know the secrets of the pigs now.
4 damage. 6 damage.
6 damage, you say. He's also bleeding now.
He was already bleeding for
Oh.
a d6.
No, at the bottom one
He's
already
still
was.
bleeding for a
One
D6.
action left. Right?
I'm going to move to the other side of the roof.
Just head over so you get a little bit of this crease here. Resme. He's looking pretty much directly at you. He clearly knows where you are. He just
So
can't.
I don't trust this
Get
thing
you
at all, so I'm going to slowly use mobility to very carefully step. I don't care that he can't see me.
10 feet back.
Then I'm going to use my wand of Dimension Door to disappear back behind Chic, like on the other corner of the building.
Like
From where,
over-
yeah, like
over,
right
yeah.
there.
Alright.
And I'm still invisible because that doesn't.
Yeah, he's still invisible. It's not an offensive thing at all. At that, he looks around. He's looking. He's off in the distance here. You see him kind of slowly turning his head back and forth. Then he turns back towards the building in the distance. And he just appears again, right on the other side of this from Chic.
And it takes 1 bleed.
It takes 1 bleed.
Insult?
I look in his face and I tell him, "You take 1 bleed." Doesn't stop.
You gotta
You'll
know.
continue bleeding for 1 until I'm done with you, Roshin. And before that, Chic, the real Bengal tiger here with a hero point for Chic, who is the most interesting non-good character I've ever seen play. What do you mean? He's a perfectly nice gentleman.
I gave that perfectly fine kobold an antidote.
It did. It just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah, it just wasn't quick enough.
Roshin is just really frustrated at this point. You blasted pig, I'm going to have a pork dinner once I'm done with here. I'll eat your family.
I'll eat your family with that level of enthusiasm.
Just really frustrated, which is evident by me rolling a 3 on that die.
You get too mad. Your rage clouds your vision.
Wait,
I thought that was my
what's
job.
your to hit?
Huh?
What's your to hit?
It might be
It's
enough.
not 20. Is
Yeah.
it 20?
I'm flanking. So I only need to get to 21. I have heroism up. Oh, it's not going to be enough.
frightened one.
I'm still frightened one too. It's
his turn.
it's definitely not going to be enough. I get the feeling I'm going to need this hero point for something more important than trying to whap a pig.
Like a very angry
Like
demon.
a giant teleporting demon.
Like a giant teleporting demon. And so I'm just going to swing again for a natural 1.
Wow, your dice really hate
Get
you
in
today.
that damn.
It's a boar.
There's like 2 completely different fights happening here. Marshall and Roshin having difficulty slaughtering pigs while a demon tries his goddamn hardest to murder Esme and just can't freaking do it.
And everyone's frustrated.
And I'm going to fish for a 20 on my last swing. Let's just try it. No, it's not a 20. It's like a 16. Okay. I'm no longer frightened, though. I'll shake that off until he screams again.
Oink.
God damn it!
Does that actually get me over here now? 10 feet up and 20 feet away?
Not an at
Yes.
1.
30 feet.
30 feet. Gotcha.
30 feet and you can hear him.
All right, the status goes
I
back.
also got a 31.
Well, I'd possibly critically
I
succeed.
want to have a freaking. The highlight is just going to be the reel of pigs oinking.
Oink. Oink.
Marshall, you're no longer frightened.
32.
I never was. I fell off.
Well, I mean, you're no longer frightened. But what do you got?
I got a 31.
Oh, you're chilling.
Yeah, I'm just used to it now.
Did you roll another natural
27.
one?
God dang it.
And a
You
critical
are not
success
in
if it
range, so
matters.
you're okay.
Does a critical success mean they can't do it to me again?
No.
God dang it.
Actually,
wish.
there's absolutely no.
It's not an
cooldown
emotion effect. It
whatsoever.
just gives you tinnitus. That's it. All it does.
It's a If the critical success does not put a cooldown on it at all, they can just continue doing it. As a matter of fact,
The technique of his people.
his frustration growing. He does it again.
Pig is enraged.
Wait, he can do it?
It's
He
just
can
one
do-
action.
Are you serious?
It's not once per turn. It's not flourish. It's not cooldown.
gotta be kidding me.
He's just squealing.
All right. So Roshin at this point, she's not like stealing her nerves. She's just plugging her ears.
It's like, stop it! Stop blinking!
I don't think I passed that one.
What do you got?
I got a 19.
Find one! What you got, Chic?
26.
You're cool.
I'm so tired.
35.
Oh, you're chilling.
So tired of these pigs.
He's gonna swing with his last action one more time at Roshin as much as I want to link again. He's gonna swing at you. You know, it fell out of the dice tray. That doesn't count. That wasn't enough. It fell out of the dice tray. I almost did it again. If that would have rolled again, God, it spoke. I got a natural 20, but popped out of the dice. I almost did 20 again. But it's gonna be a 25.
25, and again, she's just gonna strike more. She's basically hunching because of all these oinks that are going off, and just all there is plate. That's all he can get.
So the other pig here, now having swallowed his fear, no longer frightened, seeing his friend managing to oink you into cowardice, is going to take the opportunity to just go nuts. And, oh, give me your bleed, because bottom pig's bleeding. It stops, but he was bleeding. He takes another d6.
6.
Actually triggered. He has the ferocity as he almost passes out. That's why he's squealing so much. It's just pain. He's actually going to have to use his ferocity to hang on through that. So Northern Pig, swinging at Marshall here. $31.
That's... It hits. It just regular hits.
It's not a critical.
It's not a critical.
That's what matters at the end of the day. Gonna hit you for 15 points of piercing damage. This pig is determined to batter his way through your defenses here. Second swing's gonna be a 17.
That is a miss.
And the third swing for the fences, that has 1 digit in the total. Marshall.
My turn.
My turn. I flex, pump my stuff up, and first action, second action, I'm going down for the one that poked me.
Stop hating me.
Stop it!
I'm pretty sure that pig is dead.
Ooh.
36.
Ooh, 36 is a crit.
Oh, baby.
He got turned all the way around now. It takes him a minute. He's very large. But a solid X swing directly
Cue to slow motion video.
to the meat parts.
Gore the boar.
Oh, jeez. Hold on. So that's 15 plus 16. That's 31.
Yeah, that's 62.
62.
62 as you physically lift up this pig with the force of the swing. It rides a bit, squeals, gritting its teeth together and stumbling to hold on.
Oh man,
Is it still alive?
Yeah. Veracity.
Its guts are
Ferocity.
hanging out, but it's still alive.
Shouldn't be alive. It looks like, by all means, that should be a dead pig. It is cleaved nearly
I'm
in
going
half,
to
but
attempt to
it's
finish it off.
still
This
going.
is just ridiculous.
another 19.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yep, it's gone.
I'm like, stay down, piggy! Slam right in the middle.
And that's it. Took the second chop.
You
Really
turn the
gonna-
axe sideways and just pancake it.
And that pig is no longer alive. Remember in Plague Stone, I didn't realize that you only had one reaction, and I just thought you could continue ferocitying until you hit wounded 4.
Why are you talking? Why did you bring that up?
I remember
Fight through the fear.
That was
I
Plague
just
Stone.
stopped having nightmares about that.
I have never stopped having nightmares about
You're
Plague
sick.
Stone.
Hey, welcome back. I'm going to 5-foot step away from him, hop down off the roof,
Goodbye.
and I'm going to run over and around to Roshin. Roshin,
Hello.
there is a demon on the roof.
Are you kidding me? We're just done with the boars down here, just about, and there's a demon on the roof. Oh, there's a demon on the roof, is
Is
it?
Am I
actually
technically tall enough
demons
to see them?
second time on the roof.
There's a giant.
You probably could. You could probably see like the head
Oh, yeah.
of this demon. You're tall enough.
Oh
that you
my
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm tall enough.
That was amazing.
just
And I just, and
home delivered.
Demon.
There's a demon on the roof.
He hasn't hit me.
I just
I'm
looked
not
down,
terribly
I'm like,
afraid.
Yeah, he's kind of fuckily looking, just saying.
Resume.
Are you serious?
He is
I
blue.
wish I was.
Resme is going to quietly start complimenting herself.
I'm a pretty girl.
I'm so pretty.
The skin treatment I've been using, the mask works. And that's just an interact action. I can use my d10s.
No, we used it last session, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you just down to D4s.
I'm down to d4. Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
Why you like this?
My bad, dude.
Although, how did you bump it? It's
I-
so
I-
out of the way.
I stretched out my leg, and I guess I accidentally bumped it, so. But if it didn't mess it up, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I heal for that. And then I am going to
Cower.
stay where I am and see what the demon's gonna do, because I don't want it to know I'm here.
Yes.
I like being
You
invisible.
can hide, even though you're invisible.
I don't want to move.
Hiding doesn't require moving.
I don't care. I don't want to make any
If you-
action.
If he looks around, you are currently just hidden, which means he can
Oh,
just
like
see
I'm-
what square you're in if you don't hide.
Oh, I think that's how it works?
Yes.
Oh, okay, then I'm going to hide. Yes.
Yeah, because you're invisible, it's treated as if you're always
Because
like,
yeah, you're
concealed.
just like it's like
Okay,
active.
I didn't
cam, like, there's a
understand that.
shimmer in there,
We've
like
been
you're visible.
talking back and
Yeah.
forth about this stuff a lot.
Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool. Then yes, I'm going to actively hide.
Yeah, look at me, a stealth check.
Okay, that's going to be a 28.
Okay. And so he, as he sees Chic hop down and run around, is going to stride over to the edge of the roof,
Oh, there it is.
That is
pretty
demon.
much in clear view of everyone, and look down to Chic pointing with a talon. You can run, but you cannot escape. Your soul is mine.
I did not try to escape.
Make me a will save.
I'm gonna re-roll that 4.
Still better than Piggy. Maybe.
Oh, God.
16. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Roshin.
Does that do damage?
No.
The fact that it didn't say anything scares me.
You've been you're such a good player. You're such a good player.
Uh-huh.
It's great playing with you.
Oh.
Roshin.
Not gonna metagame. Not gonna.
Do you want me to,
metagame.
Okay.
All right. All right.
I'm just gonna put that back over here. So
Good work.
there we go.
So Roshin just kind of looks up at this demon. Right, time to get a bit desperate, I suppose. Dive Lenoir, and a ripple will move up towards the demon and kind of blank his vision for a moment, and he gets a will save.
Okay. Will save.
Will save. This is debilitating dichotomy.
Okay. I don't know what that does, so I feel ill-informed on whether I should spend my villain point or not.
I mean,
Probably
you are
not.
the GM. You could just like order me
What's
to
it?
tell you.
Nah, don't
But,
do that.
but
Just,
he,
I mean, it's fine.
There's rules.
What level spell is it?
It's a focus spell, so it's
He
5.
probably has no idea what it does either.
It is uncommon.
Yeah?
Chat is already like burying us. They're already reading our eulogy.
24.
A 24? Okay, so that's a failure. So debilitating dichotomy. So his vision blanks and he finds himself in Roshin's body on a sooty battlefield with fire in the background and shadow around. And a hag arm comes from one side and digs its claws into her right arm, and then briars roll around her left arm and slowly start to agonizingly pull her apart.
Good guys, by the way.
Yeah. Roshin is going to have blood run down one of her eyes, and with a sickening crunch, she and the demon are both going to feel the two forces in her pulling her apart. So we each have a will save that we have to make. I have to pass
Another one?
I have to pass my own will save. He just failed it. I get one level of success better because I'm used to living like this.
Okay, so he doesn't roll another one.
He does not, and I'm going to hero point to pass my own will save, hopefully.
I would like
You're
to
good.
pass my own will save.
All right, I think that's enough. That's an 18 to 29. Yes, it passes it, and then Iron Will, it goes to a critical success, so I don't take any of this damage. But he takes 12d6 damage.
Wow.
What kind of damage is this? Is mental?
This is mental damage.
That is horrifying.
Big brain plays. Ouch.
All right. So that's 11,
You're a real grumpy demon.
14, 16,
I don't think Grumpy's gonna define what's about to happen.
31. That's 36 mental damage.
So as he casts that spell down to Chic, he turns his hand back and puts the claw to his own head, like clearly staggering and reeling a bit in response to whatever this is. And let's see if we still have an action left.
I do. I'm going to swing at that pig.
How are you still alive?
It was almost an 18. That's, let's see, not frightened anymore. So that's 21 with flanking.
21 flanking, you catch him.
All right. So 19, and I'm at moderate curse level, so I get the damage bonus now. So that's going to go to 25.
Has he used his reaction yet this turn? I can't remember if he
He used it when he got hit by
The bleed.
The bleed.
the bleed.
The bleed, so he has then. So then that final strike as you turn around with that bastard sword is going to smite
Nice.
down this last bit.
No more piggies.
The oinkers have been defeated. This will be our last oink, Sirenscape.
Thank God.
And with the activation of that vision, the blood that's been spattered all over this area is again going to rise into that red mist, which is slowly going to start to flow into Roshin's body.
Blood in, blood out.
Marshall, surrounded by pig corpses.
Well, I definitely don't like this demon.
He is on the edge of the roof now.
You are gigantic, and you can
I mean,
certainly reach it.
I could just literally just go step up, sideswipe, I would think.
Yeah, you can most definitely
So
walk
boom.
up just
Yep.
kind of over these two pigs, and you can reach up with your axe and chop at them.
Yep. So moving one action and then attacking my second action. Not bad, not bad. That's going to be a 20. Well, actually, that might not hit him. That might be a 29.
29 is not going to do it. And as you swing your axe up at him, as he's kind of reeling here, all these horns spiraled out kind of behind his head. As you step forward, he kind of recovers a bit, and your axe comes down. The blade aimed pretty well. But he cocks his head a bit, and his horns so sturdy they're able to catch the blade. And he twists his neck around. And this is going to be a 29 against your reflex DC.
My reef? Okay.
You don't
Against your
roll.
reflex
You don't roll.
DC.
It's
What's
a
your
DC.
reflex
What's
plus
your
10?
reflex?
Oh, what's my reflex plus 10? 26.
So the 29, and as he does, it's actually going to twist the blade and the handle and wrench the axe out of your hand, and it'll clatter to the ground.
Interesting.
What? Okay.
You can pick it back up, but that's your third action.
I mean, obviously, I'm gonna pick it back up. I'm just like, as I'm picking it up, like, oh, yeah, tricky little devil, aren't you?
And as we come around to Chic, as he looks back down over the group again, he points down to Roshin. Kill her, my slave!
Wait, what?
Do you want me to just to act as if?
You are wholly controlled, so yeah,
Yeah.
I know you know your character better than I do.
All right. He wouldn't be flanking if I step to her other side.
No, he's way up on the roof.
All right. Feint. So I'm pretty sure that a 27 beats your perception DC.
I'm a 28 because heroism.
Oh,
Failed the
spicy.
feint.
Well, then you're just going to get a normal claw attack because I'm still holding my bow. So, 32.
32 is a normal hit. You roll max.
14. No bleed. Just 14 damage.
Normally I'd throw bleed right back on you, but I don't know if I want to.
There's no bleed. That's just damage.
But I mean, his
I
bleed is
can
not
blood
big,
vendetta and hit
yeah.
you back,
You
but,
can just do it
but I
whenever.
don't want to hit you back.
And then from there, considering the large man behind you, I would scamper up onto the roof behind my perceived ally.
Yep, you pretty much you think he's on your team. So hurry up the roof behind him, bow still in hand, and to make me another will save.
25.
Still controlled. Resume.
So he's charmed.
Well, that was a terrible turn of events.
Can I get a roll to figure out what just happened? I saw him hit our friend.
You
and then-
actually couldn't have seen any of that from there.
You did see it
You
cast
could've seen
out.
The demon. Yeah,
No, yeah, I
the roof's
did.
not like arced enough. You would have seen the demon cast something.
Well,
out.
also, can I
would-
have
it would be a
reacted?
religion
Well,
check,
can I have
though.
gotten a reaction to recognize spell?
Yeah, yeah. Give me Arcana. It is a spell technically. Spell attack.
That's a nat 20.
Oh.
So 37.
So you would realize that this power this demon has done here that you thought was not magical, you've realized you're very wrong. And he is basically, he's not controlling Trishik's body. He has enslaved Trishik's soul. So not only is Trishik a complete pawn of his until he manages to overcome it himself or the demon is slain, if Trishik should die, his soul will immediately be sacrificed to whatever this demon's master is in the abyss.
Oh. So dispel magic will not work.
It's not like an effect that's on him anymore.
Okay.
It is like he's basically lashed his soul to the abyss.
Got it. So we gotta kill the demon.
Or he overcomes it.
Okay. Noted. All right. At that point, I am going to drink a lesser elixir of life. Because I
Pour it
need
out,
to get a
drink it.
little healthier before I go and deal.
The sauce yourself up while we deal with this.
Oh, baby. And yeah, that's me.
That was all
You
three
have one
actions.
action left. Because there was a reaction and then draw and drink leaves you with one.
Okay.
Gotta hide again if you want.
Yeah, no, I'm going to hide again. That's
I was
pretty
waiting,
much-
depending on if you were going to say that.
Pulling that up and doing stuff. Like, I'll give it to you because you're not used to sneaky boy stuff. Like, if you pretty much do anything that isn't
Okay,
sneak,
got it.
then you need to
You need to hide. Okay. Okay, that was an 18. So 18 plus 13 is a
31.
31.
Yep. That's from me. That's hidden.
Alrighty. Demon Boy, seeing you under control and seeing us all working, is gonna put a claw to his own chest and pro peril. And as he finishes that, pulling his claw back, he seems to be moving faster as he quickly scrambles down the side of the building here next to Roshin, almost twisting as he does to come down with the back of his head, folding over almost backwards on you as he lands on the ground. Trying to strike for...
A villain point.
A natural 1.
Natural 1. For a villain point, Jayazo has blessed me with his strength.
Give me another one.
For a 35.
35 will regular hit me.
And the horns on the back of his head, both incredibly sharp, and he's able to thrust with pretty impressive power, is going to catch you for 20 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
How are you still conscious?
Fast healing.
Yeah, fast healing is a hell of a drug. It's been a long fight. He's got a lot of fast healing.
Well, it's also the pigs didn't hit me very much, and also Jultas will shock, and the horn puncture wounds will double and appear on him.
Activated my trap card.
Although he actually does get a save. I'm sorry, he gets a will save for the amount of damage. I keep forgetting that.
Ooh, okay. Gonna be 39.
Oh
Wow.
hey. All right, he don't care.
The wound appears and then fades immediately.
Yup.
Yeah, your first spell appears to have caught him at what may very well just be a moment of weakness, because he appears to be very resistant to magic.
A question about spacing and large creatures.
Okay.
I can't take up any of the spaces that Marshall is taking up, correct?
No.
Okay.
So now Roshin.
All right.
With my magical aura of incredible fastness. Arcane Forge.
Magical aura of incredible fastness. Lovely. Alrighty. So
Haste.
the red fog is going to kind of start to slowly close her wounds, although not nearly slowly enough, in my opinion.
Slowly.
I would like to heal more, please.
Let's see here. She will scoop her shield off the ground.
And as you reach down to pick it up,
Yup.
he headbutts down towards you once more, just like he'd done to Resme previously, trying to strike you out for another 35.
That's a normal hit.
This time for 22 points of piercing damage. Math.
Okay.
One of those numbers is much worse than the other.
22. Doesn't hit that hard.
She'll scoop the shield. She'll raise the shield, and whew, boy, it's like a freaking truck.
It does.
And she's gonna leave, I think.
He does look a bit injured. That mental effect took a real toll on him. But he's pretty sturdy. He's not like close to death or anything. I don't want to mislead you.
Actually, actually, on second thought, changed my mind. Let's try this now. I scoop the shield, hits me. I don't believe this is probably not a good idea, but let's try it.
The greatest ideas in Pathfinder have all started with, I shouldn't do this, but...
Grime will shock, and again, a vampiric touch as red light erupts out of the demon. He has a fortitude save.
Scoop raise?
No, not raise.
Oh, just raise.
Scoop.
Oh, the shield's down. Oh, okay. Fear status 0. But maybe it works, right?
Maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe his fortitude isn't that great.
Maybe his fortitude isn't that great.
That was the funniest thing you've ever
That
said
was
in
a
your
very
entire
funny
life.
sentence there.
Yeah,
You
maybe
see,
his fortitude
the
isn't
hard
great.
one means that his fortitude is irrelevant.
Maybe the bodybuilder demon's fortitude
Save
save isn't that great.
isn't
The
that great.
bodybuilder who's also a master caster and can also teleport. He's gotta have
cool.
he's gotta have a bad save somewhere, right?
Natural ones exist. Not one of them. Gonna be a 28.
28 will normal pass, so he'll take half.
Oh, still doing stuff.
This is level 4, so it's heightened
+1.
by 1 level, so this is gonna be 8d6.
What a funny joke. Maybe his fortitude save isn't great. I like you, Nick. You're funny.
I'm
You're a funny guy.
see. So 21, 25, 28. He'll take 13.
Okay.
Yes.
You get
I get 7.
yeah.
Yeah,
you
you.
get 6 is half. Rounds down 12. You get half, right? Half of what
Yeah,
you-
but I
13.
28 divided by 2 is 17.
Wait, 17? You did
Wait,
13 or am I
20.
Stupid.
What did I say? I said 28, right? 28 total.
28, half of
Yeah.
28 is 14.
Half of 28 is 14, half of 14 is
I'm
7.
not sure
Yeah.
what number you said. I'm positive it wasn't 14. I thought it was
I swear
13.
we graduated basic math. at
We
some
know
point.
what numbers are. It's cool. We've been fighting this guy for like an hour.
I really feel like I'm gaslit, but I don't know.
One of us is stupid. There's a very good chance it's me. Marshall.
Wait, they're using your true name. You need to stop throwing that around.
I don't like what this demon is doing, but first I'm going to roar at him, intimidate.
Okay.
38.
Is that natural 20?
19 on 19, so that's 38 if my math is correct.
Whoa.
I just look at the demon, little blue boy,
He is a fear.
like veins popping and everything.
He's frightened 1. He's mildly intimidated. That is not a critical success.
You're the only thing he's seen bigger than him in quite a while.
He's like, oh, crap.
And it's angry at him.
I don't have a reaction. I can't disarm you again. I use it to bully Nick.
That's a 21. That's not going to hit.
21. No, as you swing that, it's almost critically failed. It's going to miss him completely. He's certainly not fast by any means, but you're swinging over Roshin here down towards him. He's able to kind of swipe that.
He's
slice
not
with
doing
his
that
claws. You
stupid
can
horn
see
thing.
this planet coming towards him. From very far off.
I'm gonna fish for 20.
Well, it's only minus 5. It hits a 20.
What's the total? Now you're -5.
-5. That would be 33.
Oh, it does still critically hit. Yep.
Oh, baby.
That's
If there would be a time for max damage right
20s
now,
exist.
He's a demon machine.
Here comes a 20.
RNG gods, bless me.
I will end you, demon.
Well, there's 112.
that bounced into the wrong spot of the box.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
So 13 plus 16, that's 29 times 2,
58.
58.
Blasted lava.
I mean, one of them was max, so that's better than nothing.
With this resounding blow here, this is the first you're actually going to see a weapon really bite into him, and he is going to just stumble back from this powerful slam.
Just
do
straight
me a-
across the chest.
Yeah, now with a pretty open wound across his chest.
Do me a quick favor. Roll a d20 for me. He's still bleeding.
Oh yeah, he's still bleeding.
Okay.
And
Takes 4.
Chic,
Yes.
you are still controlled. Your last order was kill Roshin.
You still can't flank me.
Yeah,
You
see,
can't
that's
hide,
what I'm
though.
trying
He's out
to.
of view.
That's true. You could hide.
I
And
could
then creep
hide
up on me.
from. I'm deciding if I want to be anywhere near Marshall's axe.
Especially after what just
Your
happened.
personal safety does not take priority over the.
Okay, so follow
Oh,
the order.
interesting.
Don't play as if my character would.
You, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, to an extent, because
Because
you
what I
are
was thinking.
being driven, like you are still Chic, but
What I
you
was
would-
thinking is hide, move over here, shoot.
Okay, that's fair. We can do that. So you'll take cover completely out of view here. Auto succeed
That
to
is
hide.
excellent.
Sneak over.
Auto succeed.
Can you? Yeah, you're completely out of view, so it's impossible you can be detected. So the result's actually largely irrelevant.
But when he pokes over the corner to shoot at
Well,
me,
then you need to sneak. Which can you sneak at full speed?
Yes.
Okay, so then you could
I'd
sneak
swift sneak.
over and then shoot, yeah. Well, yeah, give me the hide check
'Cause
you
I'm
must
not
come to the
undetected.
edge. So yeah, give me this.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
I
he
can
knows you're
still
on the
see
road.
him.
Doesn't matter if you see him. It
I
matters if
definitely
you see him.
succeeded on the stealth. That's
Oh,
33.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you see. He's not hidden from you. You definitely
okay.
see him. It matters if Roshin sees him. Because
Yeah.
it matters if she's flat-footed to his attack.
So now, one plink.
Cute.
Oh boy. 37.
37 just criticals me.
All right, you're pinned.
You have lesser cover from Marshall.
Ah!
Oh.
It does not
Ooh.
critical me.
Okay, it's not going to be a very bad day. It's not gonna
Not
feel
the
good.
worst day ever. It's probably still a very bad day. But days have
That's
been
not
worse.
the worst.
Only
thing
a
ever.
15.
Being big is good for once.
15.
Yeah, that was
Alright.
actually like a very
And then
average
you are
roll.
bleeding as well.
Yes, now bleeding for D6.
Fast heal, go faster.
See, it's interesting because I don't know if I'm supposed to obey the order or play like I would and obey the
technical
order.
rules of controlled is literally that monster takes all your actions. But
Yeah.
I think it's more fun to let you still kind of play your character. And
If it was
just be
if it
controlled.
was actually true, she could come up to Roshin and be like, "The demon has poisoned you. You must drink this."
Take this potion, it provides immunity to demons.
Perception.
Resume.
Okay, so Resme is going to get to the point where she can see the demon to fire off.
Are you going this way or
No,
that
no,
way?
that way, because she needs to be able to get a cone off of him on him without hitting Roshin.
I don't think
si-
there's a way you can do that in one move action.
Like even like going diagonal.
5, 15, 20, 25 gets you like halfway across the roof. It's a pretty decent, like it's not the smallest building ever. It would take you 2 moves to get line of sight on him going across this way. You're still invisible. And since you're doing that, that's sneaking. You don't even have to do the check again. You could just spend your turn sneaking over the other side of the rooftop, but you couldn't do the cone this turn.
Okay.
Oh, sneaking.
What do you think? If you want to try and like, if what you're trying to do is sneak across the rooftop, that's
I want to cast Cone of Cold, but I do not want to hit Roshin, so I'm
So
going
that's-
to sneak.
Nice of you.
reactions of sneaking over. I have no freaking idea how Roshin is still conscious. That's okay.
Barely.
I have a
I'm
quick-
sure the demon is going to do
I
something to
have a
remedy that.
quickened turbo demon, so like, surely we can put it into this.
Oh, I get another will save, right?
You do, yes. And you
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get a
yeah.
will save every turn.
Please pass.
Please pass.
All right, so 33.
You are no longer controlled.
Aha! Take this
That arrow.
foul cancer.
you
You just kind of see him go.
kind of realize what you're doing. You resume at least, you're moving up. You can see it's kind of change. You pull back and someone come over him. No longer controlled.
Oh, good.
And he will realize that immediately.
I would imagine. He no longer
He knows
controls
his
my soul.
Tether is broken. And
I'm pretty sure that axe to the chest kind of.
yeah, as he takes that and stumbles a bit, he throws a hand up towards you. Karavash Korgar! To Marshall. I can will save.
Oh, hit the Oracle, who has a really good will save. You have hero points left, right?
Nope.
Nope.
21's not going to pass.
Oh, is it 21?
Yeah.
It's actually not going to critically fail,
Oh,
so you're not
good.
controlled.
Oh, I'm not controlled.
Yeah,
No, you-
spells
you-
like that
Oh,
are critical.
no.
Critically fail
Oh.
to be controlled. But,
I rolled a 1, so
Fair. Yeah.
a
Still.
2, but
however, you are...
Constipated. You cannot.
Probably for
the
all the
spell, if it
potatoes.
doesn't control you, it makes sure for the next week you cannot take a proper poop.
ruins you from the
I thought it was
inside
from
out.
all the potatoes that were underground for like 5 hours or whatever.
No, dude, you're being intestined.
I can't imagine. Like, freaking constipated. Stuff is wrong with you. You are enfeebled too, as this does take a pretty hefty toll on you. It doesn't directly take control. It doesn't grab you. The demon realizes this immediately, and then turns
Okay.
his attention.
It basically turns off my athletics. Got it.
It's basically -2 to everything strength based. So your attacks and your
Oh.
damage are both going to be -2, and your athletics and your that's base. That's actually pretty much everything. Your attacks,
Yeah.
your damage, your athletics are all going to be -2.
And he's still frightened by me too, I think.
He was frightened. Yeah, it's coming around now. He is frightened 1,
Yep.
and he looks down towards Roshin, realizing he hasn't taken control of Marshall. You think you can stop the Triad with your feeble magics? And swings at you again with his horns.
Okay.
Hard 1.
He's frightened, so it's only going to be it's only a 31.
It's only 31. That's a normal hit.
That might not put you down.
9th level battles. It's only a 31. It's not,
You know what?
not
Just for-
sarcastic. That's actually pretty okay.
Yeah, it's a.
Blip. It's going to be 25 points of piercing damage.
25 points of piercing damage. So the horns are gonna smash through the breastplate, and then Roshin is gonna kind of slump down to the ground as a red haze just kind of slowly starts to envelop her.
At least you're only dying 1.
Oh no.
Because you didn't go down to a crit.
Just give me the wounded card right now.
Yeah, a fast healing kicks in.
Oh
so.
yeah, you have
That's
fast
true.
healing. You're actually gonna wake up immediately at the start of your turn.
She's gonna Terminator.
Fair enough. Your Roshin's unkillable. And then with his haste,
Well, no, not. Don't say that.
he
Don't
is
you say
going
those things.
to move up to Marshall. 2 action, cast, strike, move. Yep, okay. And that does move your initiative to immediately before the monster to take you down.
Ah.
You still get to take a turn before he does. So
And then he's bleeding.
6.
Still bleeding.
Told you it's been a pretty value bleed. My first one.
Very nice.
All of the rest have done 1 damage and then immediately stopped. Even the 12s, even the D12s have done 1 damage and then immediately stopped.
And Marshall, as you steps forward to you, gesturing to your fallen foe, your soul is claimed by the abyss. Surrender and you can keep it longer while it amuses me.
Ah, that's adorable. I gave up my soul long ago for a couple pints of ale. My turn, right?
Yeah, my soul is
turn.
pickled.
And
Those
and
late
that
night
is-
bar bets, man.
that is my version of intimidation for him.
Okay. Yeah, he's not frightened anymore.
27.
He's still not frightened.
What?
The tide is turning in his favor here.
Okay.
His confidence is risen. Although he is very hurt based on the
So
enormous ass whooping.
So it's
that was-
-2 on attack rolls as well, right?
Yes, so
Okay.
minus 20 attack and also your damage.
Okay. I'm just
Because it's like your strength modifier is too lower.
Okay. That's what I figured, but still, I'm gonna try and hit him regardless. And that misses. It's not a critical, but it's a miss.
Pass that down there. And as it misses, he is again going to catch the blade of your axe with his horns and just try to wrench it out from your hands.
Reflex.
He rolls
He
Reflex
rolls it
DC.
versus
so
your
it's just
reflex.
versus your reflex DC. Will you roll on the tray?
You're being betrayed.
I was waiting for that.
I'm willing to wait for it.
28, and again he's going to pop the axe out of your hand.
I'll just
So,
pick it right back up with my
Back
last
up,
action.
Third action for Chic, no longer controlled.
I'm gonna go run, jump off the roof to land behind him in a flanking position because I assume I can
Oh,
just.
I moved the screen.
And I'm nauseous.
You were right near the center of the screen, so the thingy to grab, like the thing to grab the screen view is in the center of it. I wish it was in a corner.
He
but it's
breaks
not.
reality.
Yeah.
So I assume I can just jump and land behind him.
You can just run off the. If you want to jump, jumping is its own 2 actions. It would be run and jump is your turn to be moving, and then 2 more to jump.
Is falling in action?
And you can just run off the edge of the roof and then
Yeah,
make a
you-
second move and have 1 action.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go run, drop down off the roof, dash over behind him, and then bring a claw up into his side.
Prime shank in position. Well, claw shank. Claw the kind of shank.
It counts.
For a whopping 25.
25, even flat-footed.
Wait, isn't he flanked?
Yep.
Even flat-footed.
Yep.
Not gonna catch you.
Damn.
So, resume.
Resme being ultimately done with this clown, will yell out, Conatus! Conatus Maxima! And she'll reappear again on the roof, and I'm gonna drop a level 5 magic missile on this punk.
Oh, you can't see him from here. You need to walk over the edge of the roof.
I can't see him from there,
He moved
really?
around the corner.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Two action
you get
magic
2
missile.
action, big ol' magic missile.
I'm fine with that.
Which is,
That's cool. I'm cool
At
with
level
it.
5, it's 3 per, so it's 6d6.
Yeah. I got 5.
it's, wait.
64.
64, I'm sorry.
Well, and I get
It
plus
adds
1
one
to each of them.
every 2
Yeah.
levels, right?
Yeah, it adds 1 missile every 2 levels per action
Per
you
action,
cast
yeah,
it at.
cast
Right,
it
right,
at.
right, right, right.
So he can take 19 points of damage.
Okay. And as he looks back up and sees you back up here on the roof, the hatred in his eyes.
I should also mention that Loopy Caster, the ultimate
Yes.
hero, has given me his heroism in the form of that gold thing that
Chest
just...
is so full. K-Dust wants to feed you. K-Dust wants to power you. Indeed, the pun sorceress must live at all costs. Fill her words and her magic with the power of hero points. Sorry, I missed that one. I got so many things I'm tracking.
It's okay.
Which is fortunately less now than the picture did. And Roshin, literally like a T1000, awakens on the ground immediately.
Yeah.
You're prone.
The red mist is flowing into her, and her eyes just kind of flit open. So the first thing she's going to do is crawl 5 feet to get away from him.
Normally don't let you crawl around, like move through a hard corner.
Oh. But the only move action I can take is crawling.
For avoiding attack opportunities, crawling provokes anyway.
Unless you have nimble crawl and you're a
Yeah.
master
Yeah, like if your
legendary.
goal is to get out of his reach for AOs, crawling already provokes.
Okay.
So if you're gonna crawl, you might as well just stand up right there.
All right. So she'll
play dead.
She'll raise the shield. And let me just go get me my 4 health points back right now, because while I have them, because I'm conscious. Well, you know what? Maybe he'll fail it again. So Roshin is gonna kind of open her eyes a bit, and just kind of like the one red eye just kind of opens up and then stares at him, and she'll just, as the demon looks up to Resme and is distracted, dive la noir, and again that vision is gonna ripple forward to him. Maybe he'll roll another one. Maybe he'll roll another one.
If you're gonna go down, take him with you.
Yeah. I'm gonna die, but you're also gonna die. All right, so this is just a will save, right?
It's just a will save.
Like a true hero.
Okay.
Is this a spell?
It is totally a spell.
Excellent.
And you also make a will save.
Yes, I have to succeed at my own will save.
He already used his reaction trying to disarm the demon, so he can't AOE you.
Good. I can only AOE myself.
What'd you get?
I'm adding.
Math is hard.
23.
23 is a
failed.
fail. Wow, okay. And I got an 8. I'm at moderate curse, so I'm taking a penalty to that. So I fail as well, so it goes to a success. So I take half damage, which is going to knock me out.
If you wanted, you're passed over. You can't just spell pass back on the ground.
Big money.
So that's 31, 41. 41 mental damage.
Ooh.
And the sickening crunch as him in Roshin's body is ripped apart, and Roshin is just going to slump and pass out again.
And as you fall over, he looks up at Resme, turns his gaze down to you as the spell completes, before he feels the same effect again. What happens to him, Roshin?
So the demon falls back into the vision as he's slowly torn apart by the warring forces that are inside Roshin's body. And his mind will scream, and Roshin will scream with him, and then they'll both break as Roshin's body in the vision is literally torn into 2 pieces. And Roshin will just be floating on a curtain of nothingness for a bit. And then she'll hear kind of echoing through her ears, "You're not done yet." And the brambles will come back together and force her body back together, and Roshin's eye will open back up on the floor.
Actual just Terminator.
Resme's eyes will widen, seeing you wake up again. And you'll actually see something that you've never seen happen before, and it looks like it surprises her as well. Her eyes will change color to lavender, and she'll look a little older, and her posture will get different. And this person will jump down and pull out a healing kit and start tending to your wounds, talking in a language you don't understand.
I almost assuredly do not understand it.
Yeah, it's Druidic.
Yep, don't get that.
So I'm going to, I still have ancestral
Is there a
memories.
different- Oh, I was like, is there another different druid
Nope.
inside you?
Nope, it's just, it is a past version of herself, that who she was in another life.
Oh, it's just formless potential.
It's just
almost.
yeah, exactly.
So the demon
Okay.
guy is dead, right?
Demon guy does
So
fall over with that spell.
Yeah, so it's like she looks at him, her eye
Nice,
blazes,
okay.
and he kind of again grabs his skull and then just falls over. But it's not
collapse.
really
So with
impressive
that-
to look.
I shrink down. I stumble over to the demon and I just take his head as a trophy. Mm-hmm. And I look at Roshin. Missy, you earned it.
Marshall, don't Eat it.
That's why I'm giving it to you.
That's a 27 on a medicine check with a healing kit.
For what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to heal him. Just
Right.
with-
Okay.
That
so
takes
what's
10
your
minutes.
proficiency? If
I'm trained.
you don't have battle medicine.
I do not have battle medicine.
It's gonna be 10 minutes of tending to
that's
him. And
fine.
a 27 is like will critically succeed over the time. But as nobody immediately seems to be coming after you now, you've cowed the rest of the ship's crew and defeated this demon that was a little upset. If he hadn't had, that would not have killed him had he not had the fireball damage from the
Yeah.
I love it.
from the initial blast.
Fireball is always a good idea.
We gotta take a break. I have to pee so bad.
I could set this demon on
Same.
fire. I could put strychnine in his
okay.
guacamole.
I'm gonna have PTSD with piggies now.
So, chat, I know it's pretty late into our cast, well, much later than we usually do. But we're going to take it's not really a midstream break so much as a late stream break. Take a couple minutes to use the bathroom, refill some beverages,
All that
stretch
stuff.
my leggies.
Yep.
We'll be back in a couple of minutes, everyone. And when we return, we still got some time to wrap up this session here.
We have to light
And
more things on fire.
Yeah, we have a ship now, which seems like if no one else has come after us, may somewhat easily fall under control. Don't go too far. Be right back. You're going to have a really bad day on that highlight, but you can have a really bad day at a later occasion. Welcome back, everybody.
If you were really invested in that highlight, you could perhaps mosey on over after the stream to our 2 Perception YouTube channel.
There's a place where the rest of that can be witnessed, and it is right there below me. Oh, I love it when it actually works out. I got to remember that I have a villain point tracker on screen now, because I never remember that I have that when I remove them from using them. We got a whole bunch of those really stupid highlights because our party, as you may have noticed over the course of our adventures, or perhaps specifically just today, is pretty stupid.
There's exactly 51 of them up right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if,
51? Was that last week? They had 51? I think it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think it
51.
was.
Yep. 51.
you know, if you put a beta in a chamber pot,
Well, there's hot peppers, there's
we've
the
had enough of
antidote,
the
there's the
beta.
beta poop.
We have developed some concerning world canon. Mostly on the implications of halfling ancestry and their complete immunity to capsaicin. But as we had left off here, we defeated not only the horde of hogs that had come after us from the quay the ship was moored by, but also this teleporting murder demon who did a pretty good job of teleporting and being a murder demon.
Yes.
So
he did.
it's really
But with-
dumb that this popped into my head, but I heard horde of pogs, and it just made me smile and want to die at the same time.
See, I also heard Horde of Pogs, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
wow, Nick.
Wait, no, so he's trying to get us over. He said horde of pogs, and he's just
I
hoping
feel
no
like
one...
I'm being gaslit now.
Always.
But with Roshin, really just barely alive from the extent of her injuries on the ground, and Resme tending to her as best as she can. It's gonna be some time here, just behind this small building near the piers, near the docks. This little home of some preparations here. As she's tending to Resme.
Stack of bad things.
Stack of bad. Wow, you had a lot of bad things.
I had a lot of bad
So many
things.
bad things.
I've still got one of them.
He got decked.
While that's going on, what are you two doing, Chic and Marshall?
I'm going to be looking around, making sure nobody's approaching. Up on the roof, just kind of scouting out.
Just watching down, making sure the area is somewhat clear.
Please don't
I am,
cause any notice. I would very much appreciate it if you would be quiet while I treated my patient. You're very large, and I have a feeling you can make a ruckus.
I'm back down to normal size, but I just look
He's
at...
still pretty large.
Oh, yeah,
pretty
true,
dwarf.
true, yes. Large for a dwarf, yes. I just look at her, I'm like... Missy, no offense, but you look a little wee bit older than last time I remember.
Young man, I would ask that you not point out a lady's age. It is very rude. Now sit down while I explain to you why your mother did not teach you proper manners.
That's because she was killed by my dad.
No wonder. This explains so much.
I just start digging out in my bag. Potato.
Resume's friends are so odd.
So then who are you?
Let's not discuss it. You're not cognizant.
Whatever. I just start munching on it, and I just stand guard while she's bandaging her up.
So as you're scouting around the town here, Chic, why don't you roll me either a craft or an arcana check?
All right. I'm going with
I
crafting.
assume it's probably going to be crafting
Yeah.
because
What
you
is
are
magic?
alchemist, man.
22.
22. Looking through now that you're actually in this little town, it doesn't seem to be nearly as incinerated and burnt and damaged as it appeared when you had been first approaching. From up on the cliffside, looking down, it looked like the entire village was ablaze, and it was possible that no one was even left still alive. But down here in the streets, you can tell that most of the fires and most of the smoldering embers of burnt wood and timbers are on the roofs of buildings. Fires that were started from on high above them. It wasn't like a fire was set to the building itself so much as their roofs and the upper areas of some walls were scorched. It also seems to have a pretty wide berth away from the buildings near the quay where the ship is moored. There's a good 100 feet or so where the buildings here are almost completely untouched. If not, well, completely and totally untouched. And this fire doesn't seem to have caught terribly badly. Like, the village isn't really burnt to the ground. It's just got some roofs have did flash and catch up because, I mean, thatch is pretty flammable, causing some of them to have collapsed a little bit in corners or on edges. But there are zero like buildings raised to the ground or anything.
Interesting. Well, that will be relayed upon returning back to the group from being outside.
So you're just on the roof right here.
Yeah, but I'm not. I'm on the roof.
Right, so you're kind of away from them.
Yeah, they're inside, I would assume, because you're not going to heal someone in the middle of the street.
Are we not?
I mean,
Yeah.
That's
Roshin's
where the body is.
Are we literally?
move.
Yeah.
Pretty sure
Okay.
they're being
We're
Well,
built.
then
chilling.
It's
would.
more like behind a dock building, so it's like there's nothing but the ocean behind you.
Okay, well
It's
then I
pretty
would just go on
encumbered.
ahead and
Well,
relay
and
that.
and the boat. But
Curious. Darling, has anyone ever told you you smell a little bit like a 3 days old battlefield?
What an appropriate thing. I feel like been on a battlefield for 3 days.
You're very pretty, though.
Oh, it's very kind of you to say so. You have a wonderful bedside manner.
now you would heal over the course of 10 minutes 4d8 health to Roshin.
Critical.
wanna roll it?
Critical.
You can.
I was about to say, would I heal too?
No.
Okay.
No,
No,
she's
no.
just treating her.
No,
Oh,
I'm treating her with mortal medicine.
Oh,
You're
okay.
just trained.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, this is like
This is-
actual medicine. It's like a 10 minutes of doing
Okay.
field bandaging and stuff.
22. Cool.
My form of band-aid is mud.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Rubs and
during that
dirt
time,
in it.
if you're hurt and you are at least even trained in medicine, you can
With the medicine kit, you can
you
attempt
need
to heal
medicine
yourself.
kit,
I am not trained in medicine,
you
but for
can't,
some reason I have a.
I'm back
Some
up.
skill
I
point
think I
in
can. I can park us up for a bit.
here.
Goodness, Marshall, you look terrible.
Potato.
Oh, don't mind if I do. I don't think it started to ferment yet.
I just dig out some salt and pepper.
Rasa. I give you the big one.
Cool. Thanks.
How are you looking, Marshall?
I'm fairly bloody. Those piggies got me pretty good.
We're fine.
You
It's
were
not a
bored.
big deal.
60 health back.
Oh, I'm back to full. Thanks.
Big health.
Oh, you weren't as badly off as I thought you were.
I mean,
I
it
don't
was
regret.
almost 60.
I don't regret healing you.
Yes.
I'm just saying. it's
Until Buddy
fine.
comes back, I'm the tank.
So,
I can
with that-
tank.
I mean, Resume
Kind of.
would be visibly also like clinging to. But you probably
No,
imagine pretty hurt.
I'm actually not as hurt as I was because I spent a little bit of time
Oh, so you took
chugging
a
some
potion,
potions
you
and I
did your
healed
tinctures.
myself.
That's right.
You-
Yeah,
you did a
she-
bunch of stuff where you rebuilt
Like-
yourself again.
I'm
Well, she was
hurt,
invisible,
but
I think.
I could take another. I could take a crit.
You're-
That's where I got myself
Those are not
to.
words you should say.
Yeah.
You're hurt. Roshin is still pretty desperately injured, and you still know that here in the town, whatever's happening with these pirates, these slavers, there's still the shout, like, because that fight, realistically, as much of a battle as it was only a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So, like, they're still shouting in the streets behind you. Their leader is still at the smokehouse giving orders, and there still is the actual ship. This attack is ongoing.
Okay.
Well, if we
14,
have
24.
time, perhaps we take the enemy's base. Now that the demon has been dealt with, it should not be well defended.
I have 2 more potions left. Do you want them?
I think I can manage for now.
I will say this.
Give me about 10 minutes, and I can get some things together. You don't look very good yourself. We're all in a state, aren't we?
I mean, I'm not looking fantastic either, so.
Perhaps give your potions to Chic. See if we can get him back on his
What hit
feet.
you?
I got tailed twice.
Oh, the lizards.
The lizards.
Right.
I didn't get hit in that
That's
fight.
what I was thinking. I forgot you haven't been healed since the lizards.
I will say, I look at the group.
Take one of these.
I'm like, well,
Thank you.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all for taking the best, but in all honesty, we didn't expect a blue horny demon to just pop out of nowhere and start attacking us and to control our minds and stuff.
3d6.
It's a good point,
So-
actually.
So what if they might have a bigger boss at the base just waiting for us?
So it's a good point, actually. What does
Plus
Roshin
6.
know about this demon that maybe might indicate whether or not it's going to have a master nearby, or at least another one of someone like
What is
it?
your religion?
My religion is a 15, and I am an expert.
That you would recognize it certainly as a demon. You would know that demons, by and large, outside of like the smallest, weakest closets, as they gain in power, they grow aligned to a sin. I mean, there are succubi who are lust demons. There are wrath and pride demons who are particularly powerful. But they don't. It's not just like the stories tell of the 7 deadly sins. Of course, there are a lot more demons than that. And what you faced here was almost certainly a slavery demon. But what they're capable of beyond what you saw or how they operate, you don't know.
Okay. Couldn't say one way or another, but regardless, the townsfolk are still imprisoned in the smokehouse in town, and even though the captain of the ship is dead, and doesn't look like the crew will be around to sail it, we don't know the capabilities of any of them left. Perhaps if we're careful and we don't get distracted, running off after things, we may be able to shepherd our resources a bit.
If you would like to take a moment to recover some of your magics, and I'll go take care of the boat.
Yeah, and Roshin actually looks like very she looks haggard, she looks tired. Even though like her wounds have mostly closed from her magic, the last of it that she was able to cast, you can see like her curse is still weighing on her.
Right.
Resme actually is starting to look a little bit the worse for wear as well. Now that the adrenaline has kind of worn off, you'll actually see her slumped down a little bit. But you'll hear her whisper, Mortis Eterna. And you'll see her get a little bit healthier. I'm going to put False Life back up on myself.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
So, do we want to take another 10-minute?
Yeah.
I would recommend.
I just honestly just need 1 10 minutes. I'll take 2 10 minutes, but I only just need 1. If anyone
Well,
else.
we took one already.
Yeah.
Well, that was, one
Yeah.
of you being healed.
I don't. Yeah, that was me being healed. I don't know if I
Yeah.
can refocus. I'm not.
You
I don't,
can
I don't
refocus
remember if
during
I'm-
that.
I can.
Yes.
I don't because
What
I'm
do
an
you-
oracle, so I'm spontaneous. So I don't know if I have to specifically do anything.
Everyone does.
Sorcerers don't.
Sorcerers don't have to refocus. It just
No, we do have to refocus. It's just that
It's nothing
walking
specific.
around
You-
They don't have
doing
to do
our
anything.
magic, thinking about life.
Yeah, so it's really as an oracle. If it doesn't define what flavor you have to your refocusing, then it's whatever. You
I don't
want it to be,
remember.
really.
I'm not going to look it up right now.
But you weren't doing anything while you're being treated, so you could certainly have been refocusing
Okay.
while it was happening.
Yeah, that's fine. I can just do that.
Well,
could've-
while they're resting up and stuff, I'm just gonna stand in front of whatever entryway
Oh,
we're
actually,
close by, and
I will
I'll
need
just
to.
stand guard since I'm perky and healthy and ready to go again.
Exit the ready.
Yeah, except the ready. No one messes with my friends.
That was close.
Well, if we would like to go to boat real quick, take the gangplanks, put them on the boat out of reach.
It sounds wise.
Just a couple things to make things a little more difficult for the enemy.
I don't think they're going to like me very much. I did set their boat on fire.
It should not be a problem.
You just singed it a bit. I'm sure they get over themselves. Assuming that the lizards that were in the sea didn't go gobble them up when they tried to swim away.
Oh yeah,
That's a lovely thought.
I forgot about those things.
See, it's why you don't go fight in the wildlife.
Sometimes it's better to let sleeping lizard lie.
Or eating lizards lie.
Yes.
Or any lizard in general, especially if it's particularly large.
Unless it's a gecko. Geckos are kind of cute.
He kind of reminds me of a gecko.
What's a gecko?
Oh, it's like one of those things that, you know, kind of hangs out on your door and changes colors a little bit. Oh, that's right. You're not from where I'm from. Sorry.
So I take it we're gonna.
So are all of you heading over to the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okey-dokey,
After they're all
so
bandaged up and stuff. And
I think towards the group
I'm just gonna be
yourself,
alert
reason
the
you're not
entire
here
time.
because they have been murdered, and he is not here because he has been murdered, and he is not here because 3 weeks. The group of you, you don't need to worry about moving your minis over because this is going to move around a bit. We'll make your way over towards the ship itself, down onto the actual quay, and along the side of it here, there would be 3 smaller, not so much fishing boats as just, I don't even know what you'd call, like dinghies, I guess, that are
Sure.
tied up to the dock here, just floating in the surf nearby that look to belong to the town. They look old, well used, well taken care of as well, but still very old. The ship itself is pretty large. It has a pretty commanding presence on the dock, and it's clearly a pretty big multi-leveled ship here with a sizable, prodigious hold. It sits well up out of the water. The gangplank's at almost at a 30-degree angle to head up to how high the deck is. Alongside one front of the front of the boat on the port side that you can see here, emblazoned in almost light blue text against the dark wood, is a name, Genie's Smile.
Genie's smile.
Genie's Smile.
Oh, Genie's smile.
Genies, I didn't think those were real.
Of course they're real.
Really? I thought they were just stories.
In a world like this, there are many things we do not know about.
I suppose.
Remember the story of Buddy and the Nightmare? You wouldn't have thought that story would have been real, but it was not only real, but surprisingly accurate.
You know, you're right. What a life lesson.
Well, shall we investigate?
With the front of the back of the boat.
You're at the back of the boat. It's a nose out into the ocean. Why can't I drag resume? There we go. Let's put us in tiny
Well,
nugget
if you'll
formation.
give me just a moment.
We
Are you
should
going by
probably.
yourself?
No, I'm gonna hop in the water.
Oh, okay. Chic just yeeting.
Yeah. Same
should-
plan from before. Just gonna go underwater, cut the
Oh yeah, it
the
is.
rudder
It
line,
is like right in front of you here, so
Yeah.
it'd be very easy for you to access.
and then come right back up. Like not even a minute underwater.
Well, it's gonna take you like cut. You can't just like the rudder is not a piece of twine that you can just stab
no,
with a
but
knife.
I have claws and a
it's
+1
gonna
knife.
Take you probably like a 10-minute activity to try to
With a +1 knife.
jimmy the rudder. Yes, it's the rudder for a huge ship. You can't
need
just
to-
stick a knife in it and it's broken.
I don't need to break the rudder. I need to break the line.
Yes, which is inside the ship behind the rudder.
Well, then I'll have to come up and down a couple times.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's what I'm saying,
rudderly
like,
impossible.
It's gonna
it's
take
just gonna
you
take you a minute.
A bit to do. This is what happens, Chad, when you encourage her by giving her bad behavior.
What have you done, Jed? How dare you?
The other group of you make your way up onto the ship. The 3 of you moving up the gangplank and past the high gunwales to the deck itself, where you can see there is a smattering of the sailors, mostly at the far ends. 2 of them up near the bow by some barrels, both just sat down against it. One not too far from the main mast, a little behind it, hand in the rigging, and 2 more of them back against the far side. Nearest one at the rigging, the woman who'd come down and banged her cutlass on the boards, since the boards have you in the first place, just kind of cows back behind some boxes as you approach. You killed Bull Butcher.
Oh,
This one. And she'll take the head of the demon that you gave her and pull it off her belt and fling it into the center of the deck.
And at that,
that's your trophy.
the 2 that are near the bow are immediately going to jump overboard. Like, they're gone.
good.
They're going to jump overboard.
I was
And
hoping they'd
the
do
other
that.
3 that are kind of in front of you are just like, they are cowering. And the lady in the front just reaches down with one hand towards your cutlass, and with the other hand undoes the belt for the hilt for it and just drops on the deck. Please, be no harm. You hired us to defend the ship, but clearly you ain't doing that.
this is a fine time, seeing as how agreeable you're being. Why don't you go and start telling us everything you know about this ship and your employers?
Look,
I can coerce if you want.
she's thoroughly coerced. We took the coin to Salem here, to let him on the town, and to defend the decks while they were pillaging and collecting stock, whatever it is they called it. We left Bull Butcher with us to oversee it and keep things in order, but if you can take him, we're nothing.
Are you part of the Triad?
No, we're mercenaries. Like I said, they paid us. Just hired us on to Salem here.
Insight, or that's not,
Yeah, give me a perception.
Perception check.
That thing.
That thing I do. I do not have heroism up anymore. That is long since expired. But that is a 21.
She seems, as you're reading here, she seems beyond terrified enough and definitely not committed enough to the Scarlet Triad to be holding anything back. She does not look dressed in any way like the Triad you've seen before. She doesn't bear their essentials anywhere. You have no reason to believe this is anything but the truth.
All right, then. Here's how it's going to work. I've been wanting to do this. I'm the captain now.
There you have the chat.
It's been done.
It's been done.
It's
Like
been
a little
done.
thrill when I said that.
Today was a good day, everyone.
Not only did you kill the tyrant overseeing this ship, you have now freed it and brought it under Roshin's command.
And,
A righteous one.
She
A
puts,
righteous
she just again, and just nods. I ain't gonna step to that. No, I'm in mine, but I ain't.
Do you have any human prisoners that are already on board the ship?
The lower hold. They've brought a lot of them on board already. I think they have the most in the middle of town.
The keys.
I'll take care of that.
Bull Butcher had them.
Oh,
We
nah,
did-
well,
we-
that's silly. Well, you and I have keys.
I'm underwater.
Yeah, he's
I have
barely
keys.
We
scared of the
didn't.
rudder.
We didn't loot the body.
Come on, Missy. Let's
Yeah.
go get him.
We'll get it on the way back. In the meantime, well, Bull Butcher, I suppose, his name being, had the keys to the manacles. Surely you can get them out from below decks, put them back up here in some fresh air, line them up on the docks if you wouldn't mind.
I ain't got the keys. It's not our stock. They didn't trust us with them.
The hold itself,
They brought their own manacles, their own equipment, and everything. We have the ship and the crew. That's all they paid us for.
Roshin, it's okay. I'll go get them.
very well.
Come along, Marshall.
I'll wait right here.
I have every faith that they're not going anywhere.
Worst
and
case
she-
scenario, I'll just bust the door down or something.
And she's going to
as
keep
you-
an eye on not only on them, but also on the approach.
As you're there, and the two of you go back to Bull Butcher to get the keys, and this there's still very much the three of these that are left on the ship. And you saw like at least a dozen that were on here before. So the rest of them must have run below decks. Or, I mean, for the hats in the water, probably also yeeted overboard.
Would I see any underwater?
You
Like,
would not. No, they would have
okay.
at this point definitely have swam at least a little bit.
I didn't know if there'd be any
away.
like clouds of blood from the lizards or anything.
They maybe got some food if anyone decided to go that direction and made poor life choices. But
It'd be hard to go that way because you'd have to go like through the.
and she,
Something like that.
as you're watching her and they're going off to get that. Well, what of the captain?
Depends how amenable he's being and how devoted to his employers. But like I said, I'm the captain now.
Well, like I said, I know Quarrel, but One-Eyed Oathlock, he's the captain of the ship, and he's the one getting coin from the Triad. He's the one in the middle of town shouting orders, scouting for him.
Sounds like he's quite involved. How unfortunate for him.
No, I have nothing for it, but if he comes back, if there's any man alive alone who can stand a Bull Butcher, was him. Bull Butcher was his first mate, not ours.
Fascinating. How long have you known about these people? This captain you speak of. You and he are the crew he hired. I'd take it. Is this his ship?
Well, he took command of the ship when he bought us, and he paid the crew and paid for the hull.
Fascinating. The genie's smile had no captain before then.
We're a crew on a mercenary ship. Whoever pays us is the captain.
Fascinating idea.
He gave us a few hundred platinum pieces. Been sailing around for some time.
Yes, believe me, the trade in flesh pays well.
I can tell you where they've been held. We're taking them to a warehouse in Cantargo.
Is that
Sunset
so?
Imports.
Yes, that would follow, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. You've been very helpful. I'm feeling a bit more charitable towards you. Do you know that?
Look, they paid for our swords, not for our silence, and clearly our swords ain't gonna work.
You're some of the most reasonable mercenaries I've ever met in my life.
We got no death wish. They paid us to sail a boat here, not to die for them.
More reason and wisdom flow from your lips like a river.
I kind of want to hire these dummies.
I don't think we have a few hundred platinum.
Look, whatever that spell you cast out here, that blast of fire, that sent most of us scattering. We ain't much of a crew no longer.
Can you operate the ship with the men you have left?
And she just kind of looks at the two behind him. The three?
It's your ship, is it not?
Yes, but three couldn't run the rigging. Much less the whole operation.
How many do you need?
What, a dozen, maybe? I mean, maybe some will come back, but that blast of fire scared it. Didn't kill nobody, but sent them running. Some to the hold, most overboard. I mean, I assume they'll turn up.
Fair enough. I suppose we'll leave it at that. We'll see how many come back and decide to go and be amenable to their new paymasters. But at the very least, do keep an eye on the place. We'll go have a talk with this captain. What do you know about him?
Look, one eyed Olthak, he's not ours. Like I said, he's the triad mate they put in charge with the coin. He's a larger man. They call him one-eyed for the eye patch he wears. Been,
How inventive.
Look, we're sailors, we're not poets.
I love how that's what he gets defensive about. Like, of all the things we've said, that's what pisses her off.
Blind in his right eye, but they ain't slowed him down none. Wears his armor to sleep, best as I can tell, like he's been haunted by something. But
Well,
that man's more of a threat with a big stick than any I've seen with a sword, even yourselves.
I'll keep it in mind. We won't take him lightly.
Well, that and his dragons.
He has dragons.
Two of them, aye. What set the town alight.
Oh.
He has dragons.
Aye, he's a pair. Colosaur and Ashmander, I think he called them.
Colasar.
Colosaur and Ashmander.
Like
Thought it was right funny.
like coals out of a fire. He called
Right.
them Colasar.
And like a salamander.
I despise this man.
Or
The
a
more I learn about
dinosaur
him.
for that one, I suppose.
Right then. Colasar and Ashmander. Oh.
And if that's not even the worst of it.
It gets worse.
Aye! The Juju 299 just gave him a villain point. They'll almost certainly be using it on you. I missed a fair bit, but I see Squiddish needs a new villain point. I'll take that. Thank you.
Thanks, chat. Thanks.
Yeah, just the thing to have when we have no spells.
But these dragons, never seen anything like them. He kept them on the deck, out in plain sight. Rain don't seem to bother them none, but they breathe fire like any dragon I've ever heard of.
How large
But
are they?
Well, truth be told, much smaller than I expected a dragon to be. Their wings maybe reach the space between the two holds, and she gestures to the two big grates in the center of the deck that lead down below. The wingspan maybe that, and tip the tail no longer than either one of them. But they breathe fire. I seen it. I saw it when we docked in.
Yes, I can see their handiwork from here. Goodness gracious. Quite a force to send to simply go and raid hamlets along the seashore.
They were just looking for good, fine stock. Men and women strong enough to be sold for a high price.
Yes, I'm sure they were. Well, I take it this is his cabin back here.
And she just motioned back the door behind her. Aye, it was. Yeah, more than welcome.
You know what? I'm going to wait until the rest of my party get back, because the man who has dragons and a demon first mate almost assuredly has something where if I open that door, it's going to explode in my face. I just feel it in my bones.
Not that we know of, no. But we never had no cause to go in his quarters. Only him and Boat Butcher really came in there, and some of those dwarven lots when they reported back to him.
Bull Butcher the demon. And she kind of looks at the head that's laying on the deck. Did you sleep in a bed, I wonder? Why don't you hang yourself from the rafters, like a bat or something? And she'll just kind of muse and just kind of wait for everyone else to come back.
I was just thinking, as you're kind of saying that. What? Him and Thrash took quarters like men, as far as I knew.
Fascinating. Way of demons. Probably best that they stay unknowable, and we simply cut them down when they show up.
Well, there's only one more that I've seen.
There's another demon, too.
Hi, Thrash. Looks just like him, a little taller. Well, he's not here.
Where is he?
I don't know, back in Catargo somewhere. They never both come, one or the other.
Goodness gracious, I thought I had to deal with another one like him. Honestly, quite annoying fellow, I tell you.
He didn't know he had magic until now. That fireball right pissed him off. And certainly, but you'd be back with the coming up the gangplank with the keys by now.
Yes, I am
chicken.
so sorry about that. I didn't mean to burn your ship, but I kind of did. I mean, you are slavers. Well, maybe you're not. So what did you learn?
Oh, they've been very forthcoming. These are mercenaries. They aren't hired.
Oh,
They're
hello.
not actually working for the Triad, so I feel good about not butchering them to the last man.
Oh, that's excellent.
And they've been very helpful. They'll go ahead and give us easy access to the hold to go ahead and get the prisoners out and let them go. Of course, unfortunately, the Triad boss is still located in the center of town. And apparently he has a couple of small dragons with him.
Really?
Dragons!
Dragons!
Oh!
That's excellent. I need more armor.
And I need a new trophy for me wall.
Have I ever told you about the beta? She'll say as she's taking Marshall downstairs with the keys.
Oh, that sounds like a good tale.
Well, you two are getting the prisoners out. True Chic, would you mind coming with me and checking out the captain's cabin?
I'm still underwater.
So
Goodness
Still
gracious,
underwater.
how long have you been
10
down there?
minutes. He's got to like.
He's got a ways.
break the rudder. That's gonna take some time. But you would need to open up one of the holds, one of the big wooden grates here, which is gonna take a couple of like probably Marshall and Roshin together to get this massive wooden thing lifted up so that the stairs are revealed to lead down below. And
Does it really take that long?
as it well, I mean, to jam the rudder.
Oh,
Or
Jim.
lift the thing. 10 minutes to jamming the rudder. You guys just gotta haul this thing up.
Oh, I mean,
And,
I'm just saying I could probably lift it by myself.
Yeah, I mean, you probably could,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah.
As you hold this thing up, and you lift it here, you get it open around the time I would say that Trishik would finish up doing his business to the rudder down below. And so Trishik coming up as well.
Yeah, duty is finished.
Excellent. They've proven to be rather amenable to abandoning their current employers, but it's best to be careful. The leader of the Triad is still in town with apparently a pair of small dragons that are causing trouble. We may have to worry about them.
Yeah, it's always something with the animals, isn't it?
Boars, and
pigs.
dragons, and a demon first mate, and the Triad operates in a very peculiar manner.
Gentleman and lady, I don't mean to be rude, but I'd really like to get these people out of the hold. Would you give us a bit of a hand?
Ah, yes, of
So,
course,
yeah,
of course.
If you have it open and the stairs revealed, the group of you could. Oh, this is how I do it. I know I can do this. There we go. The group of you could head down below to a pretty ill-maintained hold with dozens of men and women in lined manacles against the walls on either side of this. Based on the size of the hamlet, this must be most of the population of the town.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
jeez.
They are
Right, everyone. Slavery's cancelled.
various states of injured, but none of them look terribly desperately so. But down here with them are 4 dwarven slavers, much like the one you'd seen coming through the streets in the first place. And as you open this up and come down the stairs and yelling, "Right, everyone, slavery is canceled," the 4 dwarves kind of turn to look towards you. I guess you'd be on this side rather, reaching for their weapons.
Oh, they want to fight.
No, I don't think it is, Loss. Or are you speaking it?
Well, I talked to your boss, you see, and she'll throw the head of the demon on the
Stop
the cap
throwing
of the
my
deck.
trophy!
It's very useful.
Pick that back up so you can throw it these
Yeah.
guys too.
He says the slavery is cancelled.
Do you have group coercion?
I get it next level. Actually, wait, no. I get quick coercion next level. I do have group coercion. I can coerce 10 at once.
All right, give me an intimidate check.
Oh, yeah, yo.
May I physically menace these people?
Absolutely, you are right in front
You
of them.
threw a dead
You
boss.
threw a dead demon head at them. I think they're all forms of menace.
That's a 33.
Oh, right. Slavery is cancelled. So,
If you would be so kind as to please go jump in the water.
Captain Olthak ain't gonna like this.
That's a shame. We're very upset about that. Now, up there. Why don't you?
I just look at her and go, say the thing. Say it.
Say it, say it, say it.
I'm the captain now.
Sorry, man. Couldn't help it.
So,
Even Marshall would egg that on.
Resume's very pleased that you found something to be so pleased about.
with that, I believe there is where we are going to end our adventure for today. Here now in the hold of the ship. And let me
Up high for slavery is canceled.
get this. There we go. I take this and then I go in and I just cancel all the banging sounds.
Must we?
And I have ship noises because I didn't have a sound set in Sirenscape prepared for being on the ship and not fighting everybody. So
You
Everything you prepare for, we find a way to subjugate.
maximum tabletop is what's happening here. Well, though we have dealt with some giant lizards, we've taken down the first mate bull butcher, and now we can at least unshackle what appears to be most of the population of wherever we are, which we still don't really know.
It's in Cheliac somewhere.
This is gonna be a lot of prestidigitationing to get this
There's
place
still
clean.
apparently Captain Olthok leading the Triad raid and his not one, but two fire-breathing dragons.
And another demon somewhere.
And a Thrash, a second demon left somewhere.
And someone with
Well-
a horrible sense of humor who named them.
We will deal with that next week with, well, what resources we can manage, it seems.
Yeah.
If we're going to save what's left of the town, Captain Olthak's got to be stopped sooner rather than later. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate all of you guys being here.
We love you.
Of course, definitely give a special shout out to those who supporting our 2 Perception on Patreon, helping us do all this stuff like get a newer table and better setup and, improving. If you go back to the 2 Perception, I don't even think it's on the 2 Perception channel. I think it's on my personal channel to watch the old Plaguestone videos.
Yep.
And the technical horror show that was. You have all enabled us to come much further than that. We appreciate you. Special shout outs to our legend supporters Remy, Justinian 9, Minuet, Seas 9, Zurich, Stormruler, Destronets, and the demigods Jake the Impaler and Wormy Joe up there on the insanity tier.
Wormy Joe, I love that.
He's actually sending me the copy of Spyro for my personal stream that I'm doing with the Retro playthrough. So he was a
Wow.
very cool dude that I can certainly confirm. And Jake the Impaler is the creator of Sal Sartan.
Ah.
Both of those up on our demigod tier. Some great people.
He's also
We
where
will-
our mics came from.
Yes. We will see you all next week here, same time, same place. If you want some more Pathfinder from the 2 Perception crew, different players, equivalent shenanigans. We run the Extinction Curse over on my own channel at twitch.tv/squidish every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Starts 2 hours after this one did, 2 hours before just now. They are actually at the conclusion of Chapter 2. They're going to have their climactic final boss fight coming up Monday. Oh boy, I'm ready to play
A
the
literal
world's
circus.
most irritating NPC.
I hate him so much. Like, I rewatched that. I just want to stab him.
Good night, everybody.
There's also an Australian with a Russian accent rather than an American.
There's so many Russian accents on the show because they're so glorious.